Well, here we are, we're back again, safe upon the shore. In Belfast town we'd like to stay and go to sea no more. We'll go into a public house and drink till we're content. For the lassies, they will love us till our money is all spent. So pass the flowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies of the jolly Roving Dar. Oh, Johnny, did you miss me when the nights were long and cold? Or did you find another love in your arms to hold? Says he, I thought of only you while on the sea afar. So come up the stairs and cuddle with your jolly Roving Tar. So pass the flowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies of the jolly Roving Dar. Well, in each other's arms they rode till the break of day. When the sailor rose and said farewell, I must be on me way. Why don't you leave me, Johnny lad? I thought you'd marry me. Says he, I can't get married, for I'm married to the sea. So pass the flowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies of the jolly Roving Dar. Well, come on, ye bonny lassies, now a horn and take by me. Never trust an Irishman an inch above your knee. He'll tease you and he'll please you, but when he's had his fun, he'll leave you in the morning with a daughter or a son. So pass the flowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies of the jolly Roving Dar. So pass the flowing bowl, boys, there's whiskey in the jar, and we'll drink to all the lassies of the jolly Roving Dar.
Gentlemen, may I see you in my cabin immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Who hired this crew? This is undoubtedly the seediest bunch of cutthroats, villains, and scoundrels I have ever seen, so who hired them? Your finger hired the crew?
No, that's silly. The man who lives in my finger hired the crew, Mr. Bimbo. What? Ah, yeah, he relied heavily on the advice of our excellent cook, Long John Silver.
A cook? And a guy who lives in a bear's finger?
Exactly. Ooh.
I'm starting to worry about this voyage.
Arr!
Yarr!
Arr! Hold on. Killian will be with you in a moment. Hold on, Abe. You want to try it again?
Can we all do it together? I don't want to be alone.
I'll do it again.
All right, this time
I'll do it
with
again.
passion. All right, 3, 2, 1. Arr!
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 Please let me.
You didn't finish your Taco Bell in time.
I didn't have Taco Bell. I had
Killian still didn't do it.
Come on.
Killian.
Do it.
Hey. For 63 episodes, we've been doing this stupid joke, and I love every moment of it. I just want to see like the big compilation of us doing it. Ahoy and avast, ye land lovers, and welcome to the Pirate Crows. I am your host and dungeon master for the evening, Dr. Crow. And joining me is the crew of the Olympia, starting with our jolly Captain Bold, Jason Lowe, played by Nick Brown, the man of renown.
Hello, hello.
Our faithful navigator, Elias Crane, played by Hex Harper.
Hey, everybody.
The fighter Usayan of the sea, Arda Arwell, played by Neff Champion.
Anyone else looking forward to turkey dinner?
Gobble, gobble. Her beautiful Dr. Killen Garnook, played by the Amish man.
Gentlemen.
And Adrian, I still can't pronounce the last name, played by Blue Teddy Narrations.
Good evening, everyone.
I just gave up. I got it right like twice, and that was it.
It's literally your villain's name, just without the S.
It's liars. It's God, the fuck it is. Screw it. Show's over. I'm done. Bye. All right. And this is episode 63. I got a plan, lads. Our 5th edition pirate-themed D&D adventure.
Dealing with those morons is going to be fun.
So, when we last left off, the crew had arrived in Shantytown and found out rather quickly that all is not right within this quiet little hamlet. The town was besieged by strange eldritch happenings, bad dreams that seemed to affect everyone across the town, and gigantic spiders, some of which were mummified. By finding the secret dungeon that Solaris hid one of her clone bodies, you came across the cause of all these troubles, a giant beholder going by the name the Black Spot. Elias, seeing the giant beholder and all of its spider pets, dropped a rock on them.
Yeah. Just, nope.
This was very effective.
It was a very effective strategy.
And we spent an entire session just getting me back.
Yeah.
Arda, not one to be outdone, set fire to the whole place. I forget who we got. It was Killing who got the killing blow on the Black Spot in the end with his pistol shot, I think.
I thought it was Sacred Flame. I thought it was Sacred Flame that did it.
Sacred Flame, a pistol. It was just...
It's like that. No,
he summoned a holy fire from above. You guys did not want to deal with giant spiders. This is like, nope.
Well, what else were you expecting? We've already had to deal with frustrations once.
Oh yeah, because the dungeon was like at a 40-degree angle and it's just
just slanted downward.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Arna got KO'd by sliding across the room.
Yeah.
Just fall asleep. You poop.
All right. Afterwards, Jason had a conversation with your good pal and friend, Avery Paul Jones. John Paul Avery. Fuck. Screw it. I don't care. John Paul Avery. That's the guy. It's totally not one of the most important characters I've made in this entire campaign. Like, control everybody's shapes.
What shape are we?
Triangle, because triangles are cool.
All right.
Isosceles triangles. There, you happy?
So we got one triangle. What about everyone else?
So you just had your conversation with John Paul Avery, in which Solaris was involved with. Basically, John Paul was using you to kind of like put the pressure on her to make her join his side because he claims he can control you.
But instead, he discovered that she can't be trusted and just gave us
Instead,
the okay
he found out how right you were, that she's a complete and utter psychopath. She needs to die. So he told you to completely and absolutely crush her. And then he dropped hints about Saltmarsh having yet another political leader being slaughtered. And that's where we pick up today. So you guys have just had a long rest from your time in Shantytown.
Well, we're not in, well, we're up in
Right, you guys took the fuck off, didn't you?
Yeah, we took the fuck off because we needed to go back to where's our we're up in Dian.
Is Nick
you guys
in the
are
game?
all
I guess I was not in the game. I hit fancy guns, it was loading, and then I clicked off it, and then I guess it didn't load. So then I had to try and log back in. I'm like, oh, it's weird.
Yeah, we're up in right. Snifflehorn's still way the fuck north. Damn.
Right, you guys went off the dime. Oh, what were you guys doing in dime?
Bringing me back.
Well,
Oh, right.
Because I disintegrated again.
Yeah, because that's the one place we went to. We thought they were under attack, but apparently we got this information, and then we Well, we found the rich guy that Jason knew, and he was able to get us a diamond for a whole bunch of armor.
And you guys traded in a bunch of loot that you guys just had.
Yeah.
Because Dione needs spending money, and
then Avery talked to Jason in his dream, and then he let it slip that another ambassador or council member of Saltmarsh was killed.
And I had a chat with Vecna.
Oh yeah, and that too.
Oh yeah, that was an important thing that happened. That won't come and bite you in the ass at all. Probably not, because I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Well,
all right, and the red circle is where Solaris is at right now. She's traveling by boat somewhere northward.
Where? Yeah, she was.
Yeah, we kind of know her base of operations currently, where she's going and grabbing all the clones.
Yeah.
Kind of traveling in this sort of direction. Like she's going to go up and over these islands.
And which island is Niflhorn's horde at?
He's the cone right down here.
Cone? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, this one. Oh shit.
Oh nope.
I'm over that way. Right, I forgot the Solaris art mark was me. It's like shit. That was my circle.
All right, smaller.
So it's actually not that far away from where we are currently.
It's still add probably like an extra week or so of traveling up and then going back down to the fortress.
Well, yeah, but we also probably do we want to hit those other clones or whatever? Or
well, the clones are no longer. She's gathering the clones.
Oh right,
Well,
I forgot. Our plan was to send guards, like ask the dwarves, send people down to those 2 areas.
Actually, I can get rid of these circles now, right?
Well, we don't know if they're gone. We don't know if they're
all
gone.
of them.
Oh yeah,
I was watching her. She got the one all the way over to the
She's
east.
been going to
I've been deleting the ones that she's gotten.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Actually, no, I haven't. Never mind.
No, you haven't. Yeah, I was gonna say because she got the one all the way to the east.
We know she's been
sure.
showing up at those locations. We know that, and we also know it's like one of these islands. I believe
we don't know if she's taking the bodies. I just want to clarify that
yeah.
she could just be
she's
reinforcing the location.
Yeah, all we know is that she's been appearing on those islands. That we don't know if she's been taking the clones. We know she's been appearing in the islands.
You also don't know which one she has been in because you haven't had this ability to see where she's on the map forever.
Only recently we know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes she teleports. Sometimes she's traveling by either by ship or some other means and method.
Yeah. We got this. Well.
Yeah. So, after Elias has been raised from the dead, is this the raising that gives him like a resurrection sickness?
No. This was true resurrection. He's back to full. Yeah,
he's back up to full, so he doesn't have to like rest for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, not with true resurrection.
And now I'm just, it's like, now I'm just like,
because we were talking
I
about
have my
like,
hand back.
Your hand's back. Your eye, you're back to full now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. After spending all that money on that hand, now you
I'll figure something out for it. But it's like, god damn it,
turn it into a gauntlet or something.
That's what I was thinking. That or just trying to enchant it or something, make it awesome.
Or you just take an axe and just.
No.
All right. What's your plan?
So it's only taking like about a week to get out the Snifflehorns then?
It's going to take you about 3 more days to get the Snifflehorn.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So
I was thinking like a week in
days.
total. I was thinking like a week in total because we'd have to go there and then come back.
Well, what I'm thinking is that we can stay on the ship. You and I can stay on the ship, and we deal with the Snifflehorn thing. Then when that's done, while they're traveling down to the fort, we can take care of the Saltmarsh thing.
Well, the thing is, we've been like, it was like a tiny little island. We don't exactly know where, the actual entrance to his place is. And it's probably underwater.
All we know it's on the island somewhere.
Do we have anything? Are we saying we should buy like? We should probably when we're here should buy like healing potions and like water gear or whatever, depending on how far it goes down.
Yeah,
Actually, since it might be important thing, does Dayun have sending stones?
Sending stones. Mm, let me check my Nayum notes real quick. Nayum does not have the stoneworker, so it's not going to be likely.
All right. Well,
Because magic items are
supposed.
supposed to be fairly rare and hard to get a hold of.
right.
But you guys are kind of at that level where that's not true anymore. So I tried in the setting. I'm trying to limit how many magic items can actually be in an area. Because to make a magic item, you have to have what I've been calling the gift, and just like the gift to be able to understand how magic works to fundamental level that you can make stuff out of essentially pre-made magic materials.
I still have sending, so we can still communicate with the ship. It'll take us 3 days to get there to the island, and then probably take us about a day or two to try to find the ford. I can't imagine it will take us too long to find it. And it'll still, like I said, as long as we are within 10 days, I can save the guy.
Should all of us just keep the ship here, just teleport to Saltmarsh and just start working that out now?
We could do that too, yeah.
Because if there's a time crunch on it, then we should probably just do it the fastest way possible.
Yeah, because right now we're dealing with 2 dead loyalists, and that's a lit power keg waiting to go off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Lots of political upheaval.
Yeah, we have the dwarf female that was killed, and I forget the gentleman. He was human, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dwarf was the only non-human who was
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only non-human council member was killed, and the important thing is that both of the deaths are loyalists.
One was poisoned, the other had his head cut off.
Beheaded, yeah. Although the poison one I can bring back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could leave the ship here in Dayun and then go take care of that, I guess. I assume you can teleport all of us.
Yeah, it's within a 10-foot circle and whatnot. Like I was able to get all of you plus Snifflehorn's corpse.
Right.
One thing with how it actually is technically worded and whatnot. So yes, I can get all of us over there and.
All right. So how about the rest of you? Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'd rather not split the party. So.
Yeah. Actually, one thing we can do, since we're already at a port and whatnot, is get the ship properly repaired because from the termite damage and everything. Because casting mending from the inside of the ship can only do so much.
Well, yeah, we could have the people the carpenters of Dayun, repair what needs to be repaired.
You can fix the ship while we just go fuck off somewhere else for a few days.
And did the people we wanted to give those items to get those items, Crow?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Did the people we wanted to give those items to, like the staff of Squid or whatever, did they get those items? I forget.
Did you list the specific people you wanted to get those to?
Yeah, it was in but it was in the private chat last time. So
yeah, okay. I remember.
Oh dang!
Wait, hang on a second. I'm just curious about something.
If only there was some sort of video archive.
Well, there wouldn't be still because it was in the private chat.
Well, hang on a second. Let me just try something. Okay, yep, never mind. The private chat's gone.
Okay, so this is what we wanted to give. We wanted to give the chainmail armor +1 to
Draken.
Was it Draken?
I thought it was
Or-
Draken because he didn't have
Draken.
any armor.
Yep. And then the cloak of Arachne, I think we wanted to give that to Sylviana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to give was it the Ring of the Ram?
Also to Sylviana.
That was also to Sylviana.
Yeah, also to her.
And then I think we wanted to give the tentacle rod to Bill, right?
Yeah, for some reason.
Because Bill
Alright.
didn't have anything.
Well, he had plate mail. He was the only one who could
He
even wear
doesn't
it.
have a
Any magic items.
right. Well, any like magic attack. Hi, phone. Sorry.
The phone. All right, so let's start that list over again. What was Draken getting?
Chainmail armor
chainmail.
+1.
+1 chainmail.
Sylviana gets cloak of
Oh, no, you're ahead of me. Dragon
Alright.
gets nothing else.
That's
No, I don't think so. Also, we want to give him that bronze teeth.
All right. Sylviana, what's she getting?
Cloak of arachnid. Fuck.
Spider
Can't
cloak.
speak. And then the Ring of the Ram.
That's clock, not cloak. Of the Ram. Okay, and Bill?
Tentacle rod or hentai rod, whatever you choose.
We're going to call it a tentacle rod.
The suctiony rod. Suck. The rod of stickiness. The tentacle born rod.
All right. Okay. So yeah, now they have them on their character sheets, so it should be
Hooray. That way they have like items to like protect themselves.
a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if we decide if we're doing this, we're gonna be leaving them. I mean, they're in a safe port, but still.
okay.
All right.
so-
So you guys are going to teleport to Saltmarsh.
Yes, we will teleport to Saltmarsh. We will have, get the ship repaired properly while we are gone.
Yeah.
And I need, I'm going to say the, how, it's like, would you say I've seen the docks of Saltmarsh casually or very familiar at this rate?
You would be very familiar with them. You've been in Saltmarsh. I mean, look at this. Look at
long
that.
time.
Pardon. She's looking over there. It's just-
All right. I'm just rolling for mishap just in case. Okay, so I mean, we only have an issue if I roll really low. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
And
All right.
we're fine.
Hooray.
All right. So in the blinding flash of light and lightning, because you're a storm sorcerer, just I kind of like the idea that maybe it's a bolt of lightning that streaks across the sky is your teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no problems with having a lightning aesthetic to all of my spells.
So just
So if Arda had that spell, it'd be fire themed, obviously.
I kind of like the
It'll
idea
just
that would
explode. It's just boom.
Yeah.
it's a god of fire that consumes you, that fades away and then appears where you're where you
Yeah.
teleport. I'm thinking like a Thor, strike a lightning from the sky, just
Yes.
for Elias. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you arrive in Saltmarsh. I'll get the Saltmarsh map. We haven't done that in a while.
I still have mine.
I still have it too.
I think I still got mine too. Yeah, wow, I do.
I've basically just made it a point to keep all of the towns, and whenever we get a dungeon, just keep it for now and then toss it as soon as we're done.
Who else?
Do you guys
still has
remember which politicians I said were the ones that were assassinated?
One was the dwarf.
Malcontent.
Well,
was the
Malcontent
first
wasn't.
one.
Malcontent wasn't.
Malcontent.
It wasn't
Yeah.
here. That's not Saltmarsh. That was in.
Oh yeah.
The council, Mr. Dory, dead. No, wait, that's the wrong council, isn't it?
That's wrong council too.
Wrong council. Whoops.
Only
Is
there's
it-
Video Archive.
Okay, hold on. Glenn
One was a
Primar,
lady.
Edelin, General Fireborn Lady Copperlocks, deceased.
That's them.
Yep.
That's the one we're gonna bring back. Is her, but who's the other? one?
We read the ring of the gentleman. The woman is the one missing her head.
Oh, is that the one that's missing her head? Oh, whoops.
Yeah, the dwarf is missing their head. The male is the one who's been poisoned, and I can bring him back. I can't bring back somebody who's missing a head. At least not without another 25,000 gold piece diamond.
Yeah.
All right. So you arrive in Saltmarsh. Any particular part of Saltmarsh? You said the docks.
Yeah, just the docks because that's where we would have been most often, or so. Yeah, just somewhere on the docks. Just boop.
All right. So you arrive in the docks. A couple of people jump back in sudden fright at this sudden appearance. Docks are incredibly busy. There are ships coming in and out of Saltmarsh like crazy. Because Saltmarsh is the only gap in the Orc blockade right now. Warships are coming in and out of Saltmarsh. Some of the ones coming in aren't looking too great. Holes in their sides, crew that's suffering wounds. And the overall feeling you're immediately seeing is strife. Like, this is a town on edge. Two of its political leaders were just murdered. One of them in an incredibly brutal way. I believe the other one who dived, that was Fireborn, who was the other one killed, right?
Yeah.
I said it was
I believe
Copperlocks and Fireborn. And Fireborn's the one you're coming to bring back.
Mm-hmm.
And Fireborn's especially crucial because Fireborn was a veteran. He knows how to fight. So,
well, without a head, we can't do much, I suppose.
Fireborn
Was poisoned.
He was poisoned.
Yeah, Fireborn was the one who was
Yeah,
poisoned.
well,
It's
yeah,
the
the
other
one-
one that was beheaded.
Yeah, Copperlocks, we can't do much about that.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Coverlock was definitely killed in her sleep. The other one was probably poisoned by somebody he trusted.
Yeah, who knows? We'll find out when we bring it back.
Yeah, we'll find
Let's
out.
go, game.
All right. As you go. Let's see. I got a very specific character that's going to try to intercept you. Where the fuck is his
And
name?
since we're here, we can try to see if we can locate the lizard folk and see what's going on with that whole situation.
Yeah, because they've been mysteriously absent and quiet.
Well, I think that was something he said.
Yeah, well,
Or-
Avery believes that they're the ones responsible.
No, he doesn't. He told us that was all bullshit.
Oh, okay.
That was something he gave to Slyers. That he said all that was bullshit.
Yeah, good job, Jason. You you made him realize. Oh, okay, this bitch is crazy.
Hooray. Negotiation skills. Activate.
Where the hell are all my notes?
I'll be back in just a second.
I'm sorry, guys. I should have had this better.
No, you're fine. You didn't quite know what we were gonna do.
Here we go. Captain Zenderos, if you remember.
Who was he?
Zindoros.
I don't
have
remember Zinderos. I remember Thornside, and he's dead.
Jason Thornside?
Jason Thornside's still alive.
Yeah, what are you talking about? He
Yeah,
lives.
he's alive.
We saved him.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, yeah, I knew Cyrus got to him. I forgot if he like lived or died. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I saved him.
Yeah, we saved him. I don't know how he feels about us now.
I don't
Well,
think
he
he
loves
met
me.
Zenderos then if you don't recognize the name.
No, I don't have-
Zenderos is the dockmaster of Saltmarsh.
No, I don't have his name on her, yeah, so I don't think we met him.
It's been a long time.
I mean, you haven't. I don't think you've been to Saltmarsh in almost 2 years in real life.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have his name. And this is when I was like very. I made sure I wrote down like almost everyone's names back in those days. So, yeah, if we didn't meet him, then yeah, definitely.
Oh, actually, I take that back. It is a female.
Oh,
Zenderos is a female tiefling? What the fuck? Yeah, female tiefling. There's a picture of her in the module.
That's actually kind of cute.
She got a bit more big
Aw.
girl.
Another female tiefling to head on Jason.
oh.
Yeah, she has none of that time. She steps right in front of all of you and goes, "Now, who the hell do you think you are?"
This is Captain Jason Lowe,
Oh,
and we are the crew of the Olympia.
oh, really? Captain Lowe? You got any proof to back that up? Or should I throw you in a brig with the rest of the Captain Lows?
Avrin just raises an eyebrow and unsheathes the sword a little. You could try.
That's one way to
No,
find
no,
out.
no. Yeah, but ma'am, I'm killing Gurnuk of the Olympia. I'm the ship's doctor. Let's like, kind of like just standing in front of Avron, just like.
Killing Gurnuk. She's gonna look over the five of you. I want you to roll a collective charisma roll for everybody. So just take your charisma and just roll it.
Okay.
Charisma?
Yeah, just take your
Like-
modifier to it.
11.
No, save just straight up charisma.
2 21s.
God damn it.
Like me and Avron
I
just
threatened
like
her
bat-
very
like just
charismatically.
no, like we just bat our eyes and just being like, come on, we're the real thing. Look at us, we're adorable.
So she takes a moment to kind of look you guys over. She notes all the magic gizmos that are decorated your wardrobe.
It's like, wait, we just
Fine
teleported
swords,
here.
The very nice clothing. You guys are some rich sons of bitches.
I should probably actually get some proper clothes while I'm here.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I thought we
for
did-
you.
I thought we did clothes shopping at the last place. I remember making
Well,
that
that's right.
point.
Well,
It
those
is
are for
dwarf
dwarves.
clothing.
Oh, that'll be fine.
I do have at least a robe. Because that would have been in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
Where is it? Silk robe with gold embroidery.
She looks at all the five of you and goes, "Well, you'll definitely look the part of Lowe and his crew, but I don't see your ship."
Did you not see us teleport?
No, she would not have seen you
I
teleport.
thought the lightning thing.
You didn't see the giant bolt of lightning?
Wow.
Coming up behind her, there is another man. Now, I know you guys have met him. This is Kardik Stonehorn. This is the captain of the guard for Saltmarsh.
What up, Captain? I don't say it that way.
He's got 2d4 guards. How many people is he rolling around with? 3. He's got 3 people and another guy with a veteran with him. And he's gonna like put a hand on her shoulder and goes, "Down, Captain. Captain Lowe, it's good to see you again."
It's good to see you as well, Captain. We brought our Garnook here. He can help with one of your fire. Fuck, what's his name? We're just talking about
Elander.
I think.
Elander.
Elander.
Eliander.
Yeah, he can help with the lander, so take us to Elander right away.
Of course.
Time is of the essence. Yeah.
Right? He kind of gives a whistle, motions to everybody else, and you kind of got an honor guard as you're moving through town. And you're kind of seeing a little bit of glares coming towards Elander.
Elander. I thought Elander's dead.
Not Elander. I'm sorry, I'm getting my notes mixed up. I'm Kardok, the guy who's leading you. And he goes, "You have picked a perfect time to come back to Saltmarsh. This town's about to explode."
Well, hopefully we can prevent that. Give us the details. We've only heard rumors and things like that. We need facts.
A few nights ago, there was some sort of intruder at the vaults at the mining company headquarters. And Copperlocks was found to be without her head. Number of the dwarves were also dead. Nobody was able to give a description of the assailant. It's some sort of invisibility. But the assailant clearly came through to deliver a message. It was bloody, brutal. As far as I know, there are still stains all over the place, but they didn't take anything.
Except her head, obviously.
Except for the head. So we believe it's some sort of fear tactic.
And Ilrin?
Ilrin, that's the baffling part. We didn't find Ilrin until the next morning.
Where was the body?
In his bed. It was a very slow-acting poison.
Do you know what poison?
Something called moonshade.
Medicine?
Yeah, medicine.
What was he doing, the night before?
26.
So moonshade is a magical poison. It's unnatural in the fact that it only affects people on nights of full moons.
Huh. So whoever killed him was definitely smart enough to know that night was a full moon.
Yeah. So it was the night of a full moon, dripped it in, and it's a very slow poison. Like it will take about 3 hours before it activates, and when it does, it is very sudden. So
pretty much anybody around him 3 hours before he died could have given it.
Mechanically, the poison needs to be ingested. So put it in
his food.
Put it in his food.
Drink.
Food and drink. The poison will stay dormant for 2d4 hours.
Pretty much anybody in this homestead could have been a killer.
So from 2 to 8 hours.
So at which point, if it is the night of a full moon, it will do 22d6 points of poison damage.
Ouch. That's
So this guy died almost instantly. Just blip.
Yeah.
Well,
Was
we got
there
someone
a glass on his bedside table?
No, he hadn't had anything to eat or drink since dinner. We interrogated the cook, but they don't seem to have known anything about it. No signs of poison within anywhere on his manor. We checked everywhere we could think of. The kitchens, maybe it was one of his scullery maids. We checked everything, even the trash.
But yeah, so he wasn't doing anything special the night before. Just he didn't go to a party or didn't go to some important meeting or anything like that.
He was escorted from the council meeting and then back.
All right. Well,
where's his body now?
His body is currently, he's being held in with your good friend. What the fuck is it? Killaduck. He's trying to see if there was any other magical things going on with him.
All right. Well, thankfully, you're taking us there right now, so that's good. But yeah, if there's any, I am technically immune to poison, so if you needed to do a taste tester, I can do that.
Nothing I can do for the dwarf. I can bring him back. Yeah.
Right now, I have a contingent of guards, which each of the other council members. We believe this might be an attack upon the Loyalist faction. Those who were both Copperlocks and Firewatch were heavy supporters of the Dwarf involvement here.
And how many loyalists are left?
They would be the only two on the council members.
Well, there are no more loyalists left on the council.
There are 4 other council members still.
But they're all traditionalists, right?
Not necessarily so.
Well, we have one swing voter.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, there are 5 council members left. That was just a mistake on my end.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but her name, please tell me she had a head of red hair. Please.
Who?
Copperlocks.
Copperlocks. No, it's Copperlock, like padlock.
I know, but there's copper in there. Please tell me she's a redhead. Please.
No, she's a blonde.
She's
Well, I mean-
blonde.
Oh
Probably
my God.
blonde.
Apparently, she doesn't have
unfortunately.
a head, right? Isn't she the one that got her head?
Yeah, I guess the blood could be her head, so technically it would be red.
Yeah.
Okay, we can get back to it.
She's a dwarf, so there's a good chance she probably had red hair. If not,
Yeah.
just some sort of bright color.
Mhm.
Right. So you are taken to Celtic Tower, which is all the way up here. Which, of course, Celtic is very eager to welcome you back, Killen. And I don't think any of the rest of you have met Celtic at this point.
No.
It's the first time you actually all get to meet him, so I'll definitely take the moment like, well, Killick this is my crew.
Celtic has dusty skin, a bald head with a bright red silk turban. Not to mention his height of nearly 7 feet makes him an unmistakable figure in town.
Yeah, basically he's Jafar.
He's Jafar. Hey. So Celtic is more than welcome to, more than happy to see you, Killing. He ushers you in and goes, and meets the rest of you and goes, I finally get to meet the rest of your lovely crew.
We've heard good things about you as well. Pleasure.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
The pleasure is all mine. A friend of Killing is a friend of mine. Please take a seat. Shall I interest you in refreshments?
Sorry, but right now time is of the matter. Where is the body?
Right this way. And he leads you into his magic laboratory where he has the council member lying on basically an operations table. Pulls back the curtain and you can see it, the pale skin, the signs of like blood to the lips, the kind of like mark the telltale signs of poison. And he's been dead for about 2 days now.
All right, so yes, we'll have plenty of time to revive him.
Well-
Before I revive him, there's one question. Is a corpse still considered a creature?
No, a corpse is not a creature; it's an item.
Okay, so then Zone of Truth would not work on that. Okay.
Can we? Well, I'm assuming the guards already searched his body.
Oh, have they spoke with the dead yet?
No, we have not yet spoken with the dead.
Was there any magical other chicanery that you managed to find on him?
Does he have any magic items first? Let's find that out.
Well, it's like, well,
I mean,
he
imagine
was
he would
checking.
have focus and that whatnot.
Well, I mean, he was like because he was seeing Kaladek or whatever to.
And Keldek is the one who has he's the one who has the dagger.
Yeah, I was just saying, like it's like he was checking the body for any other signs of magical tampering or whatever. So I was just wondering if I was just asking about his findings.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
Let's see here. He has He doesn't carry around any magic items with him, so no, they weren't able to find any magic items on him. Outside of the poison, there was no other sign of magic tamperance.
What time did he die exactly?
He was found dead in the morning, so that would have been about.
But they don't know when he died.
Yeah, he'd probably be getting up about 5 in the morning. Because he's a politician, he has to get up early to start his day.
So they might have gone to check on him like an hour later when there was no stirring.
Was there anything mundane on the body? Did anyone look for that?
Well, the guards went trampling through. Nothing out of the ordinary that would have been in his household. The maids weren't able to describe anything. He'd probably still be with you, so Kardok will say, if you're wanting, I can take you to his manor and you can inspect the crime scene yourself.
Yeah, should we bring him back before we do that though? We can ask him if he knows anything
How
once he
much
comes
longer
back.
do we have? Well, I'm just
we can-
worried, like...
We can cast Speak with Dead first, and then do the... And then...
That's what I'm planning on doing.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if, like, you know, if however he got poisoned with something he was embarrassed of, it might be easier to find it out beforehand, but...
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we're still going to resurrect him because we need him, so I was just like,
Right.
should we even bother with the Speak with Dead if we're just going to resurrect him?
Yeah,
Resurrect him and stone or truth him.
We can do that.
We could do that, yeah.
Are we sure that the poison is inert now?
I mean, his...
that's...
It only triggers on the full
well,
moon,
it's still in the
so.
system though. That's one.
Well, and Crow said it activates 2d4 hours after you take it, so I mean...
Okay, so it should no longer be active then.
Besides, you're a cleric. You got access to
Yeah.
poisons.
So I will do that on the corpse before I bring him back.
All right, so cure poison,
Yeah.
remove poison. I think it's called actually something like that.
Yeah, I think I get just lesser restoration does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll cast that on the corpse and like all the toxin gets pulled out of him, and then I will pull out the 500 GP diamond.
All right, Avery, your danger sense goes off.
From the diamond?
No, not from diamond. It's almost like something passed by you quickly behind you.
Okay. She's probably just gonna kind of tap on whoever's closest to her shoulder. And then...
Right, I forgot about that.
As long as it's not...
What does Mr. True Sight see?
Oh, right. Jason's got a true sight. It would come within 10 feet of him.
As long as it's
I forgot
in
about
front of
that
him.
invisible buddy.
Yeah.
Amish remembers.
Oh, thank goodness. It finally comes in handy. I would have completely forgotten about it again. I would have
his invisible buddy.
I would have been pissed at myself later.
This passes within 10 feet of you, Jason.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was a pit. I thought it was an imp.
It's a tiny little imp. It's about the size of a house cat.
Oh.
He passes by you, and then he lands on the wizard's shoulder, on Kelidek's shoulder.
Like he's about to kill him?
No, like he kind of like almost like a bird.
Pet, then.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And was it a visible something
Familiar,
that...
maybe?
He is a wizard.
And it was an invisible assailant that killed people?
No.
What?
Well, no. Yes, it was the invisible assailant is
No
what
one
killed
knows
the
who-
dwarves. But this tiny little imp couldn't have possibly have done what's being described as the things. I'm telling you, this thing is the size of a house cat. It is now currently
Not
perched.
strong enough to
Oh,
decapitate
okay.
somebody.
You do
No,
know
but it
how
could put-
loose the term house cat is, right?
I'll use the term house cat. It's smaller than a person.
I think no. I think the DM is explicitly saying it is not. This is not him.
Oh,
And
no,
plus,
I'm
if
not.
it landed on his shoulder, it can't be that big.
Yeah.
It's the size of a mancoon's still not big enough to take a person's head off.
No, well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, a house cat can still one-shot a peasant.
That's very true.
Well, not one shot. I'm sorry. It would take about 4 hits, but it has a better dodge rate.
Well, do you two?
The mechanics of the game get weird at that point.
Please tell me his name is Iago. Please.
No, it's not.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure this module predates the Aladdin movie. I'm almost certain about it. To Google.
Well, you can't have a Jafar without an Iago, so.
well, okay. So, but that's what made the danger sense go off, though. So
Yes.
Yeah, so I heard it. You can see it. And that's kind of all there is to it.
yeah.
Do you do anything? That's the
So,
important
well,
thing.
it's like I don't know. I probably would say something. I'd be confused.
All right.
What's that on your shoulder there?
And so he looks at you. Yeah, kind of just locks eyes with you and goes, I do not talk about my familiar often. This is Vismal.
Hi, this Mal.
Vismal, you might as well go ahead and show yourself. There's a shiver as the imp makes himself visible to everyone. Killen, I think this is the first time you've actually seen
Yeah,
the
I was
imp.
curious the one time I did like had a feeling, but so there was something on your shoulder that time.
Yes, there was. I did not feel it was wise to talk to a cleric that my familiar is an imp. But I'm afraid we might have larger issues to deal with now.
Yes, that is for certain.
Sidetrack. Disney's Aladdin came out in 92. This module originally came out in 81. It predates it by 11 years. So Disney ripped off D&D. That's
well, Arabian Nights, but you know.
So Disney ripped off D&D.
Which D&D most definitely does not predate Arabian Nights.
All right.
All right, so now that little side.
Yeah, so, but well, her danger sense went off. That's why I should read.
It was the same thing. It was the imp.
Yeah, she's able to detect the presence of invisible creatures.
Oh, okay, but it's not going to cause any danger. That's where I was worried.
Just
like,
it doesn't exactly mean that there's danger. It's just like, hey, there's something.
It's actually
it's a spidey sense.
It's not. It's blind sense, not danger sense. He just said it wrong, is all.
Oh.
Okay. Well, anyways, now that he's cured of the poison and stuff like that, I will cast Raise Dead with the 500 GP diamond.
How long does that take?
It takes 1 hour, so I'm gonna be busy.
All right. So while he's doing that for an hour, do the rest of you want to go check out the crime scene?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
And probably buy more diamonds.
Yeah, that too, because we might need them.
I mean, that was my first 500 GP diamond I used.
I'd still say we should get more diamonds, but should we leave a guard for killing though? Because I would feel bad if something happens, like if someone tries to stop us while we're gone.
You got Kaladek here, but yeah, if somebody wants to like just in case, like stick around.
Probably.
Well, don't everybody.
No, it probably should be either you or me, even if you're like a frontliner, just in case. I say you're more handy and probably in this type of investigation situation, like what's your investigation?
Mine, I don't think my investigation is actually that good. Plus, you've got that eye, so.
Well, yeah, but I have a +0 investigation. I think
my investigation's +3.
Yeah, mine's a 0.
Yeah, no one has. I don't think anyone actually has investigation, which is weird, especially for the rogue.
Well, it's not. It's more. You also could also see things. Just like your perception is probably really good too. And there's other things you could see.
Yeah, I have a +7 in perception. Would that also work?
+8.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, anyways, okay. So.
What do your sorcerer eyes see?
Yeah.
Arthur goes to investigate a place, just sets the place on fire. It's like, I found the evidence.
Yep.
I'm fireworks, but not fireworks of this kind.
But yeah, if you want to stay, I'll go. That's
God
fine.
damn it! I got. Oh my god.
Well, there's
that's
nothing
so
to there's
funny.
nothing to perceive yet. Hold on, we haven't
Wait,
done
I'm not even there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so funny. Because look at what I rolled. I rolled it twice in a row.
All right, but yeah. So I can stay. So that way, I think, and especially if something happens with just only 2 sorcerers, definitely someone needs to be there. I think it would be more handy in a fight like that.
All right, so Jason's staying with Killen. Arda, Avery, and Elias are going to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Sounds like.
All right, so the good news is the manor is just right down the road. It's this gray building directly across from it.
Nice. Very
The
convenient.
one in the circle.
Yep.
Okay, good.
If somebody wants to make a different circle, so we have 2 different color circles going for party 1 and party 2.
Sure.
Everybody wants to make circles.
There.
Okay.
It's fine enough. All right, so the manor house, it is a small town comfort. It's not the big sprawling messes that you've seen in other places, like a Shallowport or Dioun. But it's a small countryside Ocean View Manor. You are taken up to the crime scene, which is his bedroom first. There are the maids there who found him if you want to interrogate them. And there is the bedroom or anywhere else in the house you want to investigate. So what do you guys want to do first?
Check the bedroom itself. That's
Yeah.
I'll let them do that. I'll talk to the maids first.
All right.
20.
All right. So, Avery, if you're going to talk to a maid, I will need a persuasion, intimidate, or
Oh my goodness.
All right.
what was the other one? Persuasion, intimidate, or diplomacy. There's no diplomacy. Deception. I guess. I don't know how you're going to lie information out of them, but. All right, we're going to start with Avon because you two have found something really fun.
Okay.
Avon, after talking to the maids for a brief bit, you can tell right away with your assassin skills and your rogue abilities that these maids are completely innocent.
Yeah,
you don't even think this woman could harm a fly.
I was more wondering, like, because maids see everybody come and go, especially if he, like, was entertaining any women or any kind of thing like that.
He was not entertaining any women. As far as they can tell, that he doesn't even have a mistress. He's kind of a straight and narrow arrow, which is very rare for politics.
He was a veteran first, so.
Yep, he was a veteran. They do know that he's probably made a lot of enemies back in his war days, but why would they resort to poison, if at all? Like those days were... Go ahead.
Yeah. Did they see anyone in the house that day that they didn't recognize?
There was delivery of food stuff that day in the cook, but they didn't go past the kitchen as far as the maid knows.
Okay, but food was specially delivered that day?
Yes.
Okay. Do they know where from?
That would have come from a ship that would have been from the Prim Waters. The Prim Waters have a bunch of merchants under their control, so a lot of ships come through them. Food and drink are some of the things they actually had from foreign lands, and definitely would have been merchants from them.
Okay.
And it is no secret that Galen Primwater absolutely hates Fireside.
Okay. And she will take that up to them then. Whatever they found.
Then that. Now I'll put it in chat.
So Elias and Arda, as you're tossing this whole thing, it's like you check like anything that would have been cups. There would have been no cups sitting on like his nightstand, where pitchers and water would have gone. You're tearing up his whole place, just driving yourselves crazy. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like he had no food, no drink, no specialty. The cook would have had food specially prepared. He has tasters, and those guys didn't die. So how the hell did this guy die? Your look, at some point, one of you gets really frustrated and just throws your hands up in the air. It's like, I don't see anything. And while you're looking up there, you notice there is a small hole. Can't be more than almost a pinprick.
Hey, Elias,
in the ceiling.
What was that? What was that, Crow?
It is a hole in the ceiling.
You see that, Elias?
Oh, hello. Now just thinking of that line from MPGIS, and it's just like, we're never going to figure it out. It's like, wait, what? I was like, yeah, it's like, that's how you always find like secret passages or whatever. It's just, you just give up and then lean on something.
Okay, Arda's going to sprout her wings and go to investigate a little closer.
All right, so this hole is tiny, itty bitty. This is like a pin prick, like somebody like took a little needle and bore this out. This is not like a hole you would enter, not like a secret door or anything. This is tiny.
Where is it in relation to like the bed or anything like that?
It would be right above where his head would be resting.
Ah, okay.
I have to wonder, did he sleep with his mouth open?
I was gonna say, are there drool spots on the pillow?
If there were, they would have dried up by now.
Yeah, but you'd still be
still
able
leave a
to-
stain if he drools
Yeah,
on
it
it every
would
night.
leave a
Is there
stain.
like a liquid stain on the ceiling? Because
Uh,
obviously,
with the Artist 27 and flying up there, there is dried liquid inside this hole.
Lick it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
let Jason lick it. He's immune. That's
Arda is I'm very tempted to do you know the thing the Looney Tunes used to do with carving out a hole in the ceiling and just taking it to test it.
I mean, yeah, just digging out in the hole in the ceiling. Just, is there like a secret passage or some other kind of entrance or whatever? Like, did someone just like climb into the attic or whatever?
Yeah, so this is basically somebody has gotten up into a crawl space up in this roof of where the attic would be. The absurdity of this situation is showing itself in full force because this guy would have had to shimmy into this location. Like, he would have to have gone flat on his back.
Unless, of course, he was a wizard and he had a familiar that could do it. I mean,
A familiar would definitely be small enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's check the attic.
I hesitate to point fingers at Killen's wizard friend, but a wizard, not him, possibly.
Are you trying to say that a wizard did it?
Actually, that's a good question. Solaris is a necromancer and she's a wizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solaris is technically a wizard. It's just she's a necromancer specifically.
Yeah. So that brings up the question of if Solaris has a familiar of some kind, that like our friend's imp.
She seems more like the bonded item type than the familiar type, at least to me.
Yeah, but there's no reason she can't have both.
I just want to point out that a snake would have been able to pull this off too.
Excuse you.
I mean,
Yeah,
Pro has
but-
kind of said it's not. That's not.
Well,
it's not the
it wasn't a
answer.
snake venom though, so that no, it could not have done that.
I'm just being trolling, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we could make lots of random guesses, but we might find something if you guys just go up in the attic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was saying.
yeah,
All right, so you do go up into the attic.
yeah.
All right, so when you get up into the attic and expect this crawl space, that, like I said, it's absurd. Someone almost about the size of Elias would have to like get on their back and use their shoulders to shimmy up into this area of space. And this does leave evidence behind, specifically a long, thin piece of string that is stained with a dark liquid.
Do we have any vials or something?
I don't have any empty.
I mean,
Fine.
Avron does, but
Killen does.
you guys, if you guys call me up there, I've got some.
Yeah.
Arda's gonna do that.
Okay. Then yeah, we just
And
placing the string with the
entire
liquid in there.
Is the entire string is wet, right?
It's stained, it's dried.
Well,
Okay.
well, still the entire thing. Okay, that's interesting. And how far? It's like how long did it? Like, did it go to like all the way to roughly where the hole is? How long is this string?
This string would be long enough to reach from the hole in the ceiling all the way down to like right above where his mouth would have been.
So
They fed it down. They wicked it.
Yeah, they wicked it. I was just saying that. Like I was just like, that is, huh?
Interesting. So it could have happened after he'd already fallen asleep.
Well, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else up here besides that string.
Nothing else.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Are there any other entry points besides wherever we came in at?
So there's the front grand doors, which you guys came in. There is a back servants' quarter door. There's a door straight from the kitchen out to the side, which
sorry,
would be
not,
where.
yeah, not to
talking
the
about
house. I was talking about to the attic. Yeah.
Uh,
Like, is there a window, even a small one, since we're throwing around the idea of it being something small?
so kind of like it is kind of like the one of those manor houses, which like grated windows over the top. And Avon, when you check that, you are able to find that you can push that out and slide it to the side, almost like it's been nails have been removed and hinged. So what this implies is that someone got up onto the roof, took the nails out of this basically ventilation cover, slid inside, put it back into place, slid it onto their back, bore a hole into the floor of the attic, into the ceiling of his room, fed a thin piece of string all the way down to his mouth, and then dripped poison down that string into his mouth, and then back out the same way he came.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna just take off my like fancy robe and whatnot and just like get down to just shirt or whatever. Like see if there was I'm tempted to crawl in through that space to see if there was anything like a snagged piece of clothing or any other kind of possible evidence that
Or
we can find,
hair.
hair or something. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do have, I do have light, so I can, I can easily, scope the entire thing out. But yeah, and it's a really small gap, and I'm the thinnest guy here.
There is a thin strip of snagged cloth, as if it came from a woolen cloak, black in color.
Hello. Okay. And no, and nothing else. Do I need to roll a check for anything else? Or
Investigation.
investigation. Come on, roll high. Rolled high.
You
Yay!
do also notice that this would have left a trail of dust. Like, so whoever came through this, they came out with dusty clothing. There's just no getting rid of that without prestidigitation or anything.
I bet.
So that could be a potential clue.
Okay.
And judging by like the sort of path that was left, and judging by like just normal people's sizes in comparison to you, this would probably have been a guy.
Okay. All right. So, male, dressed in black, very thin, so either a very slight human or probably an elf or half elf.
Or maybe God, what are they called? Halflings?
That is
Halfling
possible.
could have done it.
Halfling or a gnome or something like that. But okay, interesting. All right, I go out, show everyone what I found, and then I put my robe back on.
And then I'll tell you guys what I found out from the maids, but she'll also say, I don't think it's horribly likely that it was him. It seems a little silly to kill someone the same night that you happen to deliver food to their house with poison, you know?
Yeah, especially since, it wasn't actually
Administered through food, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like if anything, someone's trying to frame the guy.
Yeah. That's certainly what it sounds like.
It would have to be someone familiar with the house to a certain extent.
Or just anyone who can get the blueprints.
That
True.
too.
Should we, while we're here, though, at least check around, see if we've got a basically open run of the place, see if anyone has any torn black cloaks or dusty clothing in a waste bin somewhere?
Well, okay, so if there's obviously, they came in through the roof, we could also, 1, check the roof, and 2, check the surrounding parts of the house for anything.
Arda can just fly up there and not touch anything at all.
All right. She'll take the roof. I'll check the surrounding area of the house.
Okay.
And Averin will go through people's closets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 27 perception.
Find anything. Footprints. More. Whatever.
I'm going to tell you this right now. You have found all the evidence you're going to get from this location.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what the evidence is kind of pointing out to you is that whoever did this went to an absurd level of prep. Mm-hmm. This is somebody that this wasn't just like done on a whim with like an assassination contract put out. Like someone must have been spending years thinking this through.
Well, then I guess the next step would be to gather a list and name a list of names.
Suspect, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to go back to killing?
Yeah.
I think that would be a very good idea, seeing as he's resurrecting the guy that someone went to who knows how many hours of prep to kill.
Yeah, and by the time you guys have done all this investigation and then come back to killing, this would have been well over the hour.
All right, so he does have the -4 penalty because of the raised dead ritual.
All right.
So he's in rough shape, but at least he's alive.
All right, so he's
Yeah.
is a little delirious, a little out of it.
Yeah, he's very weak condition right now.
Yeah, we
Kelladek is giving him food.
I'm
Basically
like, nope, that's not what he needs right now.
not food and rest.
Well, like you just give him rest, but like basically like mashed up kind of like
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like he's giving him just broth,
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
warm
Yeah.
broth, and that's about it. Warm broth and probably bread, and well, you know, the dirt nobles wine.
Here, have a glass of sherry, sir.
Well,
I'll perk you right up.
yeah.
That's what they always did back then. Was sherry. For some reason, sherry was their.
When they raise people back from the dead.
It helps with exhaustion. I don't know.
No.
You tell me, Crow. Does Greater Restoration help with the death, with the minus penalties, or is it just with exhaustion only?
Let me take a look at that real quick. Greater
It does have
restoration.
a debilitating effect, and it does help with the and it
And this
reduces
is just regular
one's,
restoration.
target's
So I'm
ability
gonna
score.
go again.
Technically,
No, I'm good. Love you too.
oh.
Oh, no.
Wholesomeness.
No, the spell is actually very clear that this is not exhaustion itself, which is what
Yeah.
restoration would do.
He just needs the rest.
Reduction to any saving throws or ability checks. You would be able to fix the -4 penalty to his ability checks.
But not really. So, but it wouldn't like help him like be able to speak or anything like that.
It would actually. It would make him feel a whole lot better.
Then I will cast that so he's able to like converse.
So he's able to talk, and it's still kind of like low whispers.
Yeah.
I mean, like he still just got
Oh,
raised
yeah,
back
yeah.
from the dead.
I basically like, sir, I need you to understand right now that I just you were dead, and I raised you back. You were assassinated.
Assassinated.
So, from what I was able to tell from the poison, somebody went to great lengths to make sure you were killed on a specific day.
Oh, why would that be?
We don't know all the information yet. My fellow crew members are working on trying to put together all the evidence. But we're trying to figure out what's going on.
I did not see the assailant. I don't remember it.
It's perfectly fine. It's my crew members are working on it. So you just need to rest and get your strength back.
Who else is in the room with us?
It's just
we
you,
just
me, and
need
Teledick.
Teledick.
Oh, I guess the imp too. But yeah,
I probably just say we shouldn't let anyone know that he's alive again.
yeah. For the time being, keep his resurrection a secret.
Yeah.
We don't
He
know.
kinda just gives a slow nod, like.
Don't know who, but somebody probably who's been around him a long time, who knows his ins and outs, knows his patterns.
Yeah, but there's only a limited amount of people that knows who's alive, so this is a good time to prove you're innocent. So if something happens to him.
Yeah.
Kelladek kind of just looks at you and is like, I would not have poisoned him.
Even Killer's giving you a look like, what the hell? Where did that come from?
Oh.
To be fair, the dude does have a devil as a familiar, so.
I never met him. This is the first time I'm meeting him. And I see a devil. Ooh, blame
So
the
eventually,
captain.
Arda, Averin, and Elias do come back.
Oh,
Firewatch is just not going to be much use to you until he's
Yeah,
at
he's
least
gotten
up
some
a little
rest.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arda's gonna tell them what they found.
All right. So we're definitely dealing with somebody who's been playing this for a long time.
We might have a small advantage with the piece of fabric Elias found, though.
Mm-hmm.
if he's the type of person who plans, takes lots of precautions, then I'm sure he's realized that the piece of fabric is missing from his cloak. So, if, say, an innocuous looking human girl were to go around asking too many questions about if anyone has been seen with a torn black cloak, maybe he gets nervous and goes after her, and maybe we have a trap waiting for him.
Sounds good to me.
Or
And but also I'll let the others know. Like,
We
and
should
as of
probably
right now,
narrow down, like, our scope, because, like, just asking everyone and everyone.
also
like-
black cloaks are fairly common.
Yeah, they are.
I know,
Um,
but again, if someone paranoid
Yeah,
hears
fair
someone
point.
asking about a torn
But
black cloak,
also going to bring up, you probably want to maybe disguise yourself. I don't know how recognizable you'll be, so if they see
Yeah,
Avon,
somebody who's not like
Avon-
more
Yeah.
like a killer assassin.
Avron's very good at disguises, luckily.
yeah, so
And you have disguise self.
it's kind of
Yeah.
the reason why I didn't go is
Exactly.
also because I realized, like, oh shit, I'm kind of recognizable. If I start Jason started going to places, he might draw too much attention. That might be a hindrance to this investigation.
Yeah, and also I'll let the others know. Like, and as far as we're set on things, only the people in this room know about his being brought back from the dead, and I would like to keep it that way because we don't know who was the one who. And the less people know about him being alive again, the better. I feel like for now I'm going to stay here with Kaladek and watch over him just to make sure nothing else happens. Trying to help guard him until he's at least strong enough to defend himself.
Yeah.
So, do we like that plan though? We can I can
That
cast
sounds good to me,
disguise
yeah.
self. Okay.
Yeah.
So rent a room at an inn or something,
And try to
cast
lure this guy
disguise
out.
self. Yeah. And I'll just go around town very brazenly asking if anyone has noticed a torn black cloak, and if you hear anything, I'm staying at this room in the inn.
So Saltmarsh does have an inn called the Wicker Goat.
Yeah.
Is that the one we cheated at with the dice?
No, the one
No.
that you guys cheated in was the Empty Net, and that's just a bar.
Yeah.
That's the one that's on the bridge, I believe, right?
That's on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, other side of the bridge. Okay, I thought it was on the bridge.
How big of a piece of clothing was this tear?
This looks like it would have gone all the way up the length of the cloak.
So a good
Oh, so
sizable
it
like
would've been-
swatch.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would have gone
Some-
from him to Hood.
Very noticeable tear there.
Very, very noticeable.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because it's like, oh no, we just have this tiny little scrap of fabric that barely anything. Oh, lots of people have their cloaks torn, whatever, sort of thing. But I'm like, okay, if it was that bad.
So, do you guys want to be okay, Killen's staying with
Yeah, so this
his
guy gets his
wizard
strength. I
friend.
want to be around him, guarding him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is everybody else going to be at that inn then? How much does an inn cost?
Night at the End would cost.
Surely it'd be fairly cheap for this kind of town.
Yeah, for this kind of town.
Yeah, but I mean, are you sure you want to stay, Killing? Because I mean, we got the one wizard looking after him, but
Let's be real. He's an NPC and he's not nearly the level we are. Anyone who goes after him with killing there is going to get curb stomped.
For one room per night would be 8 silver pieces.
Okay, so yeah, I can just pay 8 silver if you guys want to be stationed in the room when I come back at night.
yeah, or around like in the adjoining room or something like that.
Sure, we can. Yeah, we can. I mean, hell, we could rent out the whole fucking inn if we felt like it, but that might be a little conspicuous, though.
I feel like the rest of us should be doing at least something to while she's going out about trying to
Well, it's
lure
like
people.
Jason said, you just want to make sure, because the dock lady didn't recognize us, but a lot of people in this town will. So
yeah, I probably should be the one that'll rent the adjoining room and wait and hear if anything, like if the guy shows up in your room waiting for you or anything like that. Elias and Arla should stick together and look for more clues, and either you do your thing and then Killen can stay on guard with the one guy if he wants to, or maybe keep an eye on you as well. you have the sending thing, right? Or who, the message thing, so that way you're in contact with us all, right?
Yeah, he's got sending.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got sending, and I
I
believe,
think I've got message now too. So
but
Okay.
that has to be
Yeah.
sight though, right?
Arda's got message too.
yeah,
but
Is
or
there
at least somewhere that
Yeah,
I'm
I'm the only one who
familiar
can target
with, I think.
people from distance, and
is there does this wizard have any sending scrolls we may borrow?
Well, you would still have to be able to cast it. I don't know if I can.
Oh,
or
right.
not.
That's right. Right.
let's see here. I believe I have something I might
Then-
be able to help.
Hmm.
Let's see, how long does he? Only an hour. That's not long.
Okay, so I can cast message through a wall if I know the target is on the other side of it. So, like, if you're in an adjoining room, I
So,
can
yeah.
cast a message to you if I need
So
to.
we're in 2 rooms then. One person
Yeah.
runs one room.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've both got message, so we're good there. But as far
Yeah.
as sending goes,
Can sending be used by sorcerers?
let's check.
Well, first we gotta see if the wizard has any sending scrolls. If not, then then that's all. It's probably null and void or whatever.
All right. So what do you want him to do?
Does he have any sending scrolls we can use or no?
Sending Bard, Cleric, Eldritch Knight, Warlock, Wizard, Arcane Trickster.
He should. He probably has
In
a
that-
couple of them.
In
I
that
see.
case,
Let's
So
see
the only
here.
one
Averin should be able to use it since she is an arcane trickster.
Yeah,
has
that's the thing,
3.
I can.
He has
Okay, so
3 of them.
Killen can already use it.
Yeah, I've
I
got
can
sending, so
carry
I'm good.
1 since I can use it,
Um,
and then I guess
The other 2 would go for Elias and probably Arda.
yeah, because you can't use it, right?
No, I
we don't-
cannot. I'm not a
Yeah.
sorcerer, arcane trickster.
Well, I'm not a sorcerer's. It's not a sorcerer spell either, but I'm not sure if that means a sorcerer can actually cast it or no
if it's
on a scroll. That's kind
if
of
it's-
the weird thing.
if it's on a scroll, we
N-
should
no,
be
you have to
able
be-
to.
You have to still like be able to learn the spell.
So, yeah,
That's a
nope.
weird thing with this.
So yeah, no, it's not
Dang.
us. Not us.
He's
Okay.
willing to lend out his familiar on loan to send messages back and forth.
Oh well, there you go. So Elias and Arda, you can take the imp with you.
Okay.
Now, is the
That'll
imp
work.
fireproof or fire resistant?
The imps. That's a good question. What are?
Yeah, that's going to be important knowledge.
I think they're immune to fire, just straight
Okay,
up.
then, I think Arda, putting it with Arda then.
And is he willing to give me all 3 of those scrolls? Because
Yeah, he can give you all 3 of those scrolls because this is such a big issue. He's got a lot of investment in this town. He considers this worthy of that. Imps are immune to fire damage.
Oh, awesome!
Okay, good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arda's like new friend.
Let's see. I think, what we like if not exactly gather clues about who the murderer is, like the 2 of us should probably just gather intelligence as to the state of affairs of the entire town and just like what the hell is going on. Any if there's any conclusions we can draw, I'm like, oh my god, is someone else going to die? Like, is someone's going to be murdered next or whatever? Just like
Well,
what's
Political changes. You could follow up with the guy who delivered the food just in case too. I still think that's unlikely, but
Well, and seeing as 2 people were just killed, I think it's actually a very good idea to invest time into protecting the others, or at least investigating to see if,
yeah,
So-
it's,
kind of danger the others are in.
yeah, just like figure out like current political situation. What is if we can extrapolate if there might be a potential next victim, stuff like that. Just general goings on and
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you want to know the current political climate and what's actually going to have to happen?
And then or if we can figure out like is someone likely going to be next? Like, are they painting a big sign on their head like, oh, this counselor wants to do this thing, and like a lot of people might not like that, or that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like Elias and Arda are going to be investigating the political climate, trying to figure out who the next target could be. Killen is going to be guarding the one guy, make sure he recovers and whatnot with the wizard, and then Avron's going to be going to try and bait the killer into a trap into the inn, where I'll be in the adjoining room in case she needs help and whatnot, because I'm too popular. Because I think we're trying to do this under the without anyone knowing about it. So I'll be hiding in the inn in the room where no one can see or hear me.
Okay.
I can cast invisibility on him getting into the inn too. Like I can just buy both rooms and he'll slip into one.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah, that'll probably be best. Yeah.
Just to make extra sure you can get in without being noticed.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that way they don't think anyone's in that other room. So if something should happen or.
And then so disguise self on myself and invisibility on him.
All right. What roles do you need out of all of us?
All right. So, no need for any rolls from Avron and Jason because you're just buying a room. And you're spreading around this rumor. What was the bait exactly?
I'm going to be going around with that piece of cloth asking if anyone has seen a man with a big chunk of cloth missing from his cloak. And then telling them, if you hear anything, I'll be staying in this room at this inn tonight. I'm just trying to bait him into trying to shut me up, basically.
All right. That's going to be a persuasion from you.
Okay.
Because you're trying to convince people to come visit you in your room at the inn.
Well, yeah.
You're trying to bait. 30. Jesus. All right, that's not going to take long. All right. Elias and Arda, what are you two doing exactly?
Gathering intel, like seeing what's
they were trying to figure out who could be the next target and figuring out the political climate and what's best to solve that.
Okay. So I'll make up a list of like the potential targets who are next. All right. So this year, the first potential targets that would be next would be probably the 3 remaining members of the council.
Okay.
There are the 2 who typically represent the traditionalist. These are the ones who want Saltmarsh to be independent. This is Edda Oldland, the senior member of the council.
Okay.
And Gellin Primwater, who is the richest man in Saltmarsh.
That's the one we tried to we sold all of our contraband to and whatnot, right?
You sold a butt ton to him, yes.
Okay, it was that guy.
He's also the guy who has a monopoly on in-source food coming into Saltmarsh, and the guy who had had food delivered to Fire, Elander, Fireside. That's his name, Fireside.
Yeah.
Other notable people in town, because Saltmarsh is a Democratic Republic town, so the people would be voting on who the 2 new council members would be. The very likeliness this would be this would probably be a man named Solimer, who would be the 2nd richest man in town. And he's already making himself very vocal that he's going to run for the office. Next person would probably be Jalara Crackleston, the gnome who makes wooden magical items, would
nice.
probably be the next big target, because she's thinking of also running for position.
Wait, I thought no. Wait, the stone stuff was over in Portlow. My
That's
bad.
in Portload. Yep.
Yeah, okay, it was the wood stuff here. Right.
Both of these two people are traditionalist, however.
Mhm.
Captain Xandros wants to run as a loyalist. And at this point, the only other major figures in town would be Kardak Stonehorn, who's in charge of the captain of the guard.
Mm-hmm.
Keladic, who is the town wizard. And there was one more. Captain Xander, who's planning on running for the as a loyalist. God, what was the last guy? Because there's one more guy. Oh yeah, your good friend Anders Solmore.
Yeah, the switch vote.
Oh, never mind. Solmore is the second richest guy, and he's already in council. He's the swing vote.
Yeah, he's the swing vote.
He's the fop.
Okay. And do we need to make any rolls for all the other stuff, or just?
No, this is just information that you would get right off the bat because of just talking to people.
Okay.
Oh, there is one other guy, a guy named Ingo, who was a good friend of Fireside's. He's going to run as a loyalist.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You got all those names? Need me to repeat any?
I'm just like, it's like, but okay, the general. I'm just trying to think of like what our next step could possibly be, and just trying to get a to make a trap going and whatnot. And I think I have something. And whatnot.
What?
Well, we'd have to talk with everyone else about it first, and well, let's see what happens with our initial plan, and then I'll. It's like if nothing happens from that, then I have another idea.
Okay.
All right. As for you, Averin, it does not take long for somebody to show up. So the guy who shows up is probably about 19 years old. He comes stumbling in to the inn and very loudly goes, "I heard somebody was talking about a ripped cloak."
Yeah, she'll kind of poke her head out because she was waiting in the room. She's like, "Oh, I think you're here for me. We can talk up here if you like."
So he turns around to like shout at you. What exactly did you make your disguise look like?
She was just going for like young, doe-eyed, kind of stupid looking, probably pretty to make
Probably
people
one of
open up to her more.
One of the maids too, probably, right? So that way, some excuse of how they would have gotten hold of the cloak.
No, the
No?
point is she's trying to scare the assassin into thinking somebody was poking around. Well,
Yeah,
specifically,
okay.
she was poking around. So
Okay.
So you probably made yourself just look like some like pretty ditzy blonde sort of
Mhm.
type.
Yeah.
So he turns around like he's going to start like telling you off, stops when he looks at you and goes, it's like a 19-year-old kid. It's like, this couldn't possibly be the assassin sort of deal.
right, especially if he's been planning it for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tries to do that thing where he plays it cool.
But hey,
Yeah.
crazy. You mentioned that whole.
Crazy, you mentioned the cloak because I have the cloak here, and he shows you the cloak, and it's like, did you rip my cloak? Did you steal rip my cloak?
Oh my god. Someone
Interesting.
is trying to frame this adorable little innocent kid.
Just stole his cloak.
I was going to
Not
say maybe
necessarily
not frame
frame.
because I don't think anyone. You probably expect anyone to find the cloak.
Did he follow her into the room though, or is this still
Yes,
out?
he
Okay.
is that dumb. Yes, he is
Okay.
not thinking with his head at the moment.
No, he's
Well,
thinking
never
with
mind.
the wrong head.
Yeah, I was like, is somebody gonna make it? Anyway, so she's gonna be like, all in good time, all in good time. What did you say your name was?
He tells you that his name is Jonathan Lard. He is a gardener for the Prime Water Mansion, and he starts trying to play it off as if he's kind of like all cool and stuff. Like he's in charge of making sure the place looks all pretty and everything. It's like this is a gardener's assistant.
All right. So John Lard thinks with the wrong head. Got it. In my note.
He's
Right.
trying his best to impress what he assumes to be a young, pretty girl in front of him.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was actually an apprentice gardener, considering his age.
Yeah.
The estate you said that he's a gardener at, that was the same estate, the same people that sent the food, right?
Yes.
Primrose, yeah.
And that
Primwater.
Fireside hates.
Yeah.
These two hate each other. They're political opponents.
Someone is trying really hard to frame him. At least that's what it seems like to me. Because if you're going to steal somebody's cloak, you don't do it from somebody from your own house if you're trying to get away with it. Anyway, yeah. So let's see. What could we learn from him then?
When was the last time you saw it, kind of thing? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's kind of.
How long was it missing for, or something? And where did you find it?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming he probably lost it, around when the murder happened. But I'm trying to think.
It's possible that it could have gone missing a couple of days to maybe a week before.
Here's the thing. He when you ask him that question, he says he never lost it. He just woke up one morning and it had the rip in it.
Okay, so someone just immediately took it and then gave it back.
How small is he?
Not below average. He's not small by any stretch. He's just kind of average height.
He's too thick or thin or what?
Compared to Elias.
A little bit thin, but he's not thin enough to fit into that crawl space.
Okay.
He would have had way too much of a struggle.
So he wasn't just like compelled or something.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Because my immediate thought was, oh no, what if we have another Lily on our hands? And I'm glad that that's not the case.
So it all happened in the space of a night. The night that you woke up with a tear in your cloak, was anyone staying over at your house?
No, the Prime Waters weren't having any sort of guest over.
You live on the estate itself?
Yeah, I have my own property on the estate.
So on your property, no one else in the house other than you?
No, no one else besides me and Master Gurn.
Master Gurn? Who's that?
The other gardener.
Uh-huh.
I'm just an apprentice.
This was a botanical poison.
Actually, that's a good question, actually.
You must be a very helpful apprentice, though, right? I mean, I'm sure this old Gurn, he couldn't be as big and strong as you.
Oh no! Gurn, he's a gnome.
There we go. Okay. Say, I don't have access to, well, anything here in this room. There wouldn't happen to be a sewing machine or something, sewing machine, sewing supplies in your estate that I could use to fix your coat for you if I could come over for a while?
Oh, I'm sure some of the maids probably have stuff like that. I wouldn't mind at all for you to come back.
Come over to my place. Yeah.
He thinks he might have just scored.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to get stabbed.
Well, no, she's actually going to follow him over there. She wants to investigate the gnome. Okay, message. Do I have to actually say anything? Whisper a message. Okay. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a
Gonna
whisper.
rip out the scroll right in front of him.
No, she's
No.
just guessing message, not
Message is a cantrip that I have, yeah. Okay, so once he turns around, because it says I have to whisper it, but that only the target will be able to hear it, I'll send a message to Jason going to Gardner's house on something water estate. What was the dude's name again? Primwater estate.
Yep.
All right, and well, I think
Possible assassin home.
yeah, I'm still invisible, so that will help. So I'll just tag along.
Yeah, after I cast the cantrip, I'll recast it because it's technically concentration, so I would have had to break it to cast the cantrip.
Well, no, like as long as you don't cast another concentration spell, then you can cast other spells.
How it works? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah,
Never
you
mind.
can only concentrate on
then.
one thing.
So yeah, I'll follow this dude back to his house, and Jason will follow me.
Yep.
All invisible like.
All right. So while you arrive to the Primwater Mansion, and it describes in this module that that Galen Primwater, when he's not at council ships, sometimes will lean out the front window of his office and shout things at people on the dock. So he's constantly shouting orders at people from the mansion.
Oh my god.
And he's got apparently a big booming voice that echoes. So you probably hear him halfway across town. He's like, you need to pull in those harboring lines. Oh, you just come into this tiny little shack with like 2 pallets in it for you to sew up this guy's cloak. Or you're going to sneak into the mansion and get the maid sewing stuff, quote unquote.
Well, I was wanting to look around because he shares this shack with the other gardener, he said, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I think while I'm sewing up his cloak, Jason can invisibly look about.
Okay.
So you can see Gurn. He's pretty easy as he's kind of like a shrub into like the shape of an animal.
So maybe you can stealthily investigate as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an invisible mage hand, so I can do that too. But does he, like, when he sees me sewing the cloak, Gurn, does he react to it at all?
Gurn does not react to it. He reacts to a strange girl being in their room, and he starts telling off the apprentice immediately, like, "You stupid child, bringing yet another strange girl home. When are you going to start thinking with your head instead of your head?" All that sort of deal. This is when you guys notice that he has a pretty bad stiff leg that he wobbles around on.
So probably couldn't have gotten up onto the roof easily.
No.
Well, how long was his leg stiff when he just fell off and broke it?
That is also possible, but
No,
it could be an old injury.
I know, I'm joking. Like he just recently got that stiff leg. Anyways, you still want me to try and investigate?
Yeah, let's just in case see if there's anything that
Like,
seems
do they
like,
have
you know,
do they have the moon poison, whatever? Do they have that
right,
plant?
like vials,
Yeah.
or plants that could make it or any of that stuff.
Alright, I'll do a look around. Like I warned you, I don't have any plus in my investigations for whatever rolls is what it is.
Yeah, and I've got the
15.
invisible mage hand, so I can kind of help too. You did better than me anyway.
All right, so the investigation comes up nilch. They don't have anything like that you can find.
Okay, so she'll kind of comment. The master of this estate seems boisterous.
Yeah, he's loud and stuff, but he throws fantastic parties. He's going to be throwing one tonight, in fact, a feast.
Oh,
Yes, all the most important people in town are going to be invited.
Really, after all these murders, let's throw a feast. What a wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Either
and
you're a
tell me,
moron or you're the murderer.
a boisterous personality such as his, does he? Are there people in town that don't get along with him?
Well, Firewatch definitely didn't get. Firesides definitely didn't get along with him. Before I heard Firewatch bit it poison. Of course, Firewatch's all his friends don't get along with him either. Like, what's his name?
The one other candidate guy. I forget
Yeah.
his name.
Well, not that guy. He was gonna. Well, yeah, Ingo does not get along with him, and Kardak doesn't get along with him either. Apparently, Obad Hyde, the druid that lives in the grove of trees, hates him. He, but Primewater, he's got all of his supports too. He's got like the Solmar house that supports him. The Old Land house supports him. The other traditionalists support him. He's a very popular figure in town.
Well, and of course, Firewatch had his enemies too. It's too bad they never could have become friends. Maybe
No,
over a shared enemy. Shared enemies create friends.
Yeah. You think with the whole situation with all these orcs to the south of us, they would have put aside their differences. The two most powerful political figures in the whole town, we would have been unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, Firewatch wanted to stay with those pesky dwarves and their digging and bowstring and haughty stuffness.
Do you think they did, by the way, have any shared enemies? I mean,
Shared enemies?
sure, hypothetically speaking, something they could have bonded over.
They both don't like Zenderos.
Zenderos, who is that again?
That's the
Portmaster.
yeah, Portmaster.
Prime Water doesn't like that. Zenderos has basically got the other. Basically, he's got control of the other half of the docks here in Salt Marsh. Which, while they're not the prime real estate, there are the ones that go straight out into open water. Meanwhile, Firewatch, Fireside. Goddamn, why do I keep wanting to call him Fireside?
Firewatch.
Fuck, shit. Who cares?
He's now known as
Fireborn. I'm not even close to right. He's Fireborn. He doesn't particularly like her because, well, she apparently has rumors of a pirate's past.
Well,
Abram does take note of that, but it's definitely not she's not the assassin because she's a she. Wasn't that one of the things Elias was
Yeah.
able to ascertain? Yeah, okay. So Abram's gonna get up. Well, here's your cloak back.
Thank you. Would you like to come to the feast tonight?
She turns around smiling. You would invite me? Oh, that would just be lovely.
Yeah, are you staying at the inn? I'll come pick you up.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. All right, well, that was an easier end than I was expecting. Okay.
He's not invited.
Oh.
All right. Do you guys gather back up?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
All right. So as you gather back up, there is a messenger looking for Jason. Jason has an invite to this feast.
Oh my goodness.
Written from Prime Water himself.
Oh. Who told him I was here?
You are going, Captain.
Well, I mean, like as soon as you
Well, the
showed up in
Dockmaster
town and
knew
whatnot,
here, yeah.
and, like I'm sure word spread around immediately.
Yeah.
You are a level 17 adventurer of very high renown.
Yeah.
It's just about
People
not
of
letting
Saltmarsh
people know exactly
really
where
like
are.
you. And if Prime Water wants to make sure more traditionalists are voted into the council seat so he can push forward his agendas, having your favor would definitely be helpful. The political movement here is very obvious because Crow's not very good at it himself.
So if I don't show up and snub him, that'll hurt his political chances. But that doesn't really matter because obviously one of them's still kicking.
That and also just like all the other important people are going to be there, so one of them could easily be taken out during this party.
All the other important people who support his agenda. He's not inviting Ingo. Not that Ingo would go. Just probably just like Olin, Solmore, and probably like a couple of other important people throughout town.
So we probably I don't want to keep splitting the party, but should we have people like watching those who aren't going to the party because they could be next on the list, maybe the hit list? Because this would be the time to do it.
I think
I
so.
don't think the squishy sorcerers should be on their own.
No, I kind of agree with that. Okay, so let's see. If Jason, first of all, are you wanting to attend the party or no? Are you going to snub him or not?
I'll probably have to go. Because we need at least one or two people in the party because it could potentially happen there, but there's also the potential that other people could be killed. So that's where we need to make sure we're Elias, Arda, and Keelan are.
How many loyalist potential targets were there? Because they would be the ones not at the party, right?
There will be 0 loyalists at this party.
Right. How many? So how many of those were on the?
In terms of actual far hardcore loyalists, there is Ingo.
Mm-hmm.
And there is Zenderos, who would be running for loyalist.
Wait, what if, hear me out, since maybe we can get them together, what if we invite them to like our own makeshift party or whatever, where in reality it's just to keep an eye on them to make sure they're safe?
We'll make our own party with blackjack and hookers.
Well, like, what if, I don't know, like,
that might also dissuade if since it seems like this assassin is pretty careful and planned out with how he does things, us changing their location might dissuade him from trying, which makes it less likely for us to catch him.
I'd like to at least bring obviously things could very well just change this whole thing at the party and whatnot, But it's like, I was like, another possible idea is if this guy is specifically targeting loyalists and whatnot, we go and meet Ingo, and then we use Jason's renown and everything like that to be like, hey, I pushed this guy for for who should take one of the next chairs and whatnot, painting a target on his back, and then we catch him as soon as someone tries to kill him.
And there's still technically one crime scene we haven't yet investigated, and that's where Copperlocks was killed.
But that was at least a few days ago.
Yeah, but still,
it still might be worth looking into, though, because if we can if we find out that it was the same kind of plan, methodical, then that gives us more reason to suspect that, because we still don't technically know that these were both done by the same person. So
that's true.
Yeah, it could be the work of someone completely
And
different.
in fact, it's very unlikely that they were done by the same person because different methods.
Well, that's what I was saying. If we find reason to believe that this was also very well planned out and methodical, then even though it's a different method, it could still fit, a general profile.
And it could be multiple people too. It might just be, we don't know. So we need to get
one
more.
person doing the planning and multiple people to do the actual deeds.
Possibly,
yeah, that makes sense.
But so first off, investigating that site.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you're
other crime scene.
Going to investigate the vault.
Yeah, investigate that crime scene first, and then probably decide from there of where we're going to be going. Like who's going to the party, who's going to keep an eye on the other candidates and whatnot.
Yeah.
So when you investigate the mining company headquarters, this could not be more opposite of the poison. First things first, they're still repairing parts of the building that were damaged when somebody just blew open the door. And with just not precision, but just ferocity, came in and just started killing anybody who put up any sort of resistance.
Right, there was a bunch of other bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Copperlocks was clearly the target. But whoever did this was sending a message, And apparently the assailant was invisible the entire time. Nobody could see him or her.
Which makes it interesting because isn't the invisibility spell how that works once you attack someone?
There's greater invisibility, but
I was gonna say
drawback with greater invisibility that it only lasts 10 minutes in comparison to an hour.
Which means that the person basically had to be in and out.
Yeah, this person came in, killed people, and locked out. Taking Copperlock's head with them.
It's actually fairly hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard to cut through the neck. So
well, it's more hard to. I just more think it's more hard to take the head with them to conceal like that head.
I guess just put it in a bag.
But still the dripping of the blood.
But
and whatnot.
the blood would still it would soak whatever it was in and drip out from there.
Bag of holding.
Maybe?
No, that makes sense. Yeah, bag of holding. I don't think blood.
Yeah, maybe.
Drip out of
Like
bag of
whoever if the person had greater invisibility cast on them, then someone probably had a bag of holding to give them to.
Yeah.
If but if that was applicable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean that's it's a relatively high level spell, isn't it? So that
yeah, let me check. Let me check how much. Okay, spells. I assume wizards know how to spell. I'll just do that.
And do we know if any
Greater
of them
invisibility? That is a 4th level.
Okay, so still there aren't a whole lot of magic casters in this world, so that
it's actually up to a minute, not 10 minutes.
Oh wow, it's only a minute.
Yeah.
They really tore
You
through.
had 10 rounds. You were just out of my way.
Yeah, 10 rounds in, they were in and out in 10 rounds.
So we have somebody who seemed to plan what they did for years, and they used entirely mundane methods to get it done, versus somebody else who spontaneously went through and did something in a very short amount of time and in a very messy way. So it really does seem like two different people. Maybe taking orders from one person, although it seems weird. Like, you can't really give an order multiple years in advance, or at least it makes it less likely.
Yeah, it
That or
does.
it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna need you to like. They planned it out and they just kind of figured like, okay, this would be the good time to do it, and then it's just like, sick them.
Yeah. That definitely sounds like what's going on.
Or whoever did what they did to Firewatch had a very personal vendetta that they just kind of saw an opportunity to take with things already. So,
Yeah.
like one of those, like, just one of those, like, he's been planning it out for a long time because he's sort of serial killery, but he was never actually going to do it. But then this other murder happened and kind of made him copycat.
Just just an opportunist.
Yeah,
Right.
he's been waiting for that opportunity to deflect suspicion off of them.
Yeah.
Especially since, again, he went out of his way to put it. But the fact that he went out of his way to put it on the water, I can't ever remember the other part of that name. I don't know why. Primwater. The fact that he went out of his way to put it on Primwater might mean that he suspected Primwater of the first murder.
Maybe.
Like he was just piggybacking off of that.
That is a good point. And let's see. Bard, Druid of the Underdark Circle, Eldritch Knight, Warlock, Archfey, Sorcerer, Wizard, Arcane Trickster.
Yeah, so lots of different options for what kind of magic user.
Yeah.
But there are a couple in town. There's a druid and what is Killen's friend?
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
There's also 2 other magic casters. There's Jillar Cranklestein. It's the gnome carpenter, but she just makes magic items.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a priest at the water temple that's up north of town, but they're not capable of that high level of magic.
So seeming like the druid or Killen's friend is the most likely, because they could both cast greater invisibility, right?
But I don't think Killen's friend would have the.
Here's the thing I want to point out about Killen's friend. He's right next door to both of these murder sites.
Oh, is he?
He is?
Yeah, the red circle is his tower, and the murder sites are literally.
Yeah, and he has someone that can turn invisible to kill.
Here's the mining company. And here's Fireborn's manor.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it's all pointing towards him, isn't it?
Oh, man.
God dang.
And you left Killen and Fireborn alone with him.
Yeah, but they're not suspicious of that yet.
Well, I mean, Killen can cast Sending, so.
Yeah, I haven't received word from Killen. Killen, you're totally fine, by the way. You, Kelladick, and Fireborn are just having a good old time playing cards and drinking wine.
The way you say that makes me suspicious.
Let's head
I'm just
back.
trying to engage Amish because Amish hasn't gotten to do anything all goddamn day. I'm just hoping he hasn't fallen asleep because he hasn't said anything.
Well, but so I don't know. I think the point is though, somebody is killing loyalists, so we probably should. If you're going to go to the party to try to, get something on Primwater, that's fine. And then I think I should go to one of them because I can probably hold my own decently enough. Plus, I've still got those sending scrolls. And then if the magic casters can watch each other's back and go to the other one.
Yeah. And then
That sounds like a good idea to me.
I think we also probably should move, just in case, move what's his name?
Fireborn.
Fireborn.
Yeah.
No, Fireborn.
Fireside.
Fireborn.
Whatever.
No, it is Fireborn. It's
Fireborn.
Fireborn.
Move him
Fireborn.
somewhere else. If we're
Under fire. El Indar Fireborn.
yeah, we should move him somewhere else regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that way Killen can go with you so that everybody will have a way to cast sending if you guys still have the imp, you know?
The only other person in town who would know that Fireborn is being brought back from the dead is the captain of the guard. Because you told him when you brought him in.
Yes.
You literally just
You
said
know
that we're
what?
here to resurrect him.
Just I think we can probably just leave him with Kallenbark, because the thing is he's not gonna kill him again when we know that he's with him and only him. You know what I mean?
You don't
Kill
think
it.
so?
He let you bring him
Or-
back from the dead, so if he was really
Right.
there to try to kill him.
Well, yeah, and how you said it earlier with the imp thing too.
Also, it's like it's not like
is
is
I
it
mean,
really
my
going to
thing is
stop
if-
us? It's like
Right. If he kills him, we just bring him back again, and then we know
then
for
kill
sure who
Killen.
killed him. So yeah, like it would just on his part be a really dumb move.
Yeah.
And outside the game, you kind of said it wasn't him. Well, that's where it's like okay. So yeah, so is that our plan then? We're gonna. Is that
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
split up. Split, yeah. Arda and Elias with the imp go to one loyalist. I'll go to the other. You and Killen go to the party.
now
thought
that
then
now
we
I'm
can
nervous
cast
about the whole
sending.
imp thing.
I thought that wasn't the whole idea.
Okay, hold on. Let's just make the idea right now.
Well, I thought we were gonna do because it does seem like loyalists are getting killed. I think that one dude was just a one-off, but he was copycatting somebody who did seem politically motivated and going after loyalists. So,
This is great.
but even if we're wrong, the point is all three areas where the assassin is most likely to show up tonight will have people there with sending. Like that's the main gist.
Mhm.
I thought the plan was to move the newly resurrected guy, but and
Oh,
so
yeah, no,
all the
that's-
spellcasters could be together.
Well, that still wouldn't let all the spellcasters be together. Basically, none of the spellcasters are staying with the resurrected guy. They're two different loyalists. That's why we're
Oh,
splitting into
okay,
two
yeah.
groups. Yeah.
I mean, if we could just bring Fireborn over to his buddy. So
I was
I mean,
thinking.
if there was nothing, if there's anyone who could trust him, it would be that. It
Yeah,
would be that guy.
I would say not necessarily, though, because we still don't know who tried to kill him, and we don't necessarily know that his assassination attempt was politically motivated because it wasn't the
And-
same guy.
At least IRL, it's usually someone who was close to the person that
That's
did
true.
it. So I think we would want to keep them away
Yeah.
from each other.
Because years of planning feels personal.
Yeah.
And if we really wanted to, remember that house on the outskirts of Saltmarsh, that smuggler's den?
Yeah.
The man, yeah.
I don't think if that's not inhabited, we technically could move him there. That's why I was thinking of like hosting the so-and-so party, our own party, would be to invite everyone there. Because I doubt it's been inhabited, so they probably still think it's a ghost story. I doubt anyone would be going over there to look for anyone.
Yeah, Fireborn
mean-
has kept up the story that place is still haunted. Because he's the one who gave you that mission initially.
Yeah. So if that might be a good place to put him if we wanted him to be moved anywhere.
Yeah, we could do that because like Crow said, the captain of the guard does know, so that at least takes care of literally nobody but us would know where he is if we did that. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Should we cast teleport to go over there so that way no one knows that he's over there? Or...
That's I will say right now that is a 7th level spell, and that would require an 8th or 9th level slot of me to actually use it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I can
guess-
cast invisibility on
Oh.
him.
Right, yeah, just cast invisible and then
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a second
So-
level spell, so we'll do it that way.
yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
we're not moving him into danger and whatnot, but
Well,
I think for him, being somewhere that nobody knows he is probably way safer. So
Yeah.
And actually, someone could always scout the location first just to make sure it's still deserted. Because we
Sure.
don't want to put him there only to find out that his murderer was
That's their
hold up there or something. That would be
squatting.
funny.
That would
Yeah.
be very ironic. Damn, their hideout was in the abandoned mansion. Who would have thought? But
Yeah.
if everyone has said it's haunted, so that's still a good. I still think that's a good spot. So yeah, we can scout just to be sure. But
We'll scout it, and then if it's good, cast invisibility and take him there before we split
Yeah,
up and
exactly.
protect
I
our...
would say you probably go alone because you can blend in with the crowd and not and be stealthy about it all and
Mhm.
whatnot.
Yeah, that's fine. What rolls, Crow?
Stealth. It's going to be our first thing.
Yeah, okay. Well,
All right. So, Avery, you sneak out of town and up to this manor. When you get inside, I'm not going to bring up the map because we're not going to spend very long here.
okay.
Two things happen. First off, someone has obviously been living here.
Okay.
They haven't gone deep into the house. You kind of find that main. You basically find what is a bedroll and some rations for food, and a certain dwarf's head sitting on the table.
Oh.
shit.
Oh,
Oh
dear
shit! Pick the door.
Take it. Take it.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head when you said it would be funny if that's where the assassin's been hiding out. And it was like, no, you're.
Thank God we scouted out that place. Hey,
Well, it's
fire,
definitely
go.
haunted now.
So, Abram, the second thing you notice is that somebody left here in a hurry. Like what's left behind is mostly trash. They forgot their trophy, which was the kill. The third thing, you find out why they left here in such a hurry when you hear very loudly as you're like looking ahead. It's like, well, damn. You hear very loudly and very close to you, and things just shake the wall. Get out! And we're going to take a 5-minute break because I'm going to use the restroom.
Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute, did we have?
When we come back, my advice, Averin would probably think of this anyway. Grab that head before you leave. Because
Well,
we need that head.
hold on. I thought that didn't we deal with that? Because that was something I thought we dealt with when we went to the manor. Was to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
I
something
thought
you
we
dealt
had
with. I'm going to be right back. If you guys could try to see if Amish is awake,
Yeah.
because I think he might have fallen asleep.
I think he might have too. Yeah.
Amish,
Okay.
wake up!
I'm awake.
I'll be.
Yay!
Yay!
So you are awake.
I'm awake.
Were you
Okay,
awake,
good.
or did
I'll
you
be
just wake
right
up?
back too.
I plead the fifth.
Can you guys fill him
Okay.
in with what you
So
guys
Yeah,
found
yeah.
out while I'm
Yeah.
using the
Okay.
restroom?
Yeah.
I'll be
What's the
right
last
back.
thing you remember?
A gnome with a hobble leg.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, basically what we decided, Jason got invited to.
You know, something about
a
us
party.
going into 3 different locations to try to find this.
Yeah,
assassin.
yeah. And that is what we're gonna do. You and Jason are gonna go to the party. Elias and Arda are gonna guard one of the loyalists. I'm gonna guard the other. We were gonna hide fire watch in this haunted house. I went to scout it first, and the cut off head from the first kill was there,
Oh, at least we
along
can.
with yeah,
can
the
guess
get
the
out
heads.
voice. Right, and the get out voice is back, which wasn't that an illusion? Isn't that what we found out
It was
last
Yeah.
magic mouth.
Yeah, it's magic mouth.
Yep. So I think we know it's fake. So you can still grab the head and be fine. I think because I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Right, because
yeah,
they were
there's-
saying they wanted to keep up the illusion of it being haunted. So yeah, it would still.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you can grab the head and Killen can bring her back too. Oh my goodness. Because I think it's still in that time, right? If it's within 10 days.
I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it was like at least a week. or something because
Yeah,
like
it
the
was-
one because like the one person
we heard
died.
about the one
then
kill way before.
Yeah, way before. It's way been past 10 days, especially since you just spent a week trying to get me back. So no, she's
damn.
yeah, it's
Unless there's a bigger spell we can do, but okay. I'm
yeah,
ready
that
to-
would require 25 grand, and we don't have that.
Yeah. All right, I'm
But
ready
we
to
can
back as well.
cast Speak with Dead though. And also I think this also adds more credence to the idea that the killers are two different people, because why would someone who has had years to plan and knows this town so well need a hidey hole? You know what I mean? Like surely they would just go home. But I mean we kind of already figured that based on the two different types of kills, so can you guys hear me? Everyone went quiet. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Killen, were you here for that part where we were discussing the killers being two different people?
I did not hear this about two different people. There was thought it was the boy, and it turns out it wasn't him. And we thought you thought it was the gnome, but he had that bum leg, so maybe it's not him either.
So the poison killing took years to plan and was very methodical and didn't use any kind of magic or anything like that.
Very
versus
thorough.
versus this other kill was like
Just beheading.
really sloppy, went through, killed a whole bunch of people, was killing people while invisible, so that means they probably had greater invisibility. Either they cast it or someone cast it on them, which is a 4th level spell. So it just, it really seems like it was two different people. And we were discussing that maybe the dude who did the second killing, the planned one, tried to pin it on Prim Water because he suspected that Prim Water was probably the one who did the political sloppy one, So he was like, well, I can just hide my actions in his then.
I'm going to assume, well, crow's away, but I assume the dwarf's been dead for more than 10 days, so I can't bring her back unless we get to go through the full true resurrection spell.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
dwarf has
what
been
it'll-
dead for 10 days. I'm back, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I just got back, so.
So yeah, she's been dead longer than that then.
We can at least
Yeah,
I think,
she's been dead for what about?
yeah, I think
At
At least a
now.
couple of weeks.
Yeah, okay.
what Avon
So-
said
So
was
I would need a diamond with 25,000 gold pieces to bring her back.
Is she worth
But we
it?
can
No, probably not.
we can still do Speak with Dead and
Yeah, I can speak with now that we have the head. I can speak with the.
Okay.
and if
I'm-
that Get Out is just the same magic mouth that we never got rid of, then I mean,
It's not. It
we-
didn't go off in the same area.
Oh no, wait, I take that back.
oh,
Oh,
I can cast resurrection. You
Now
touch a
that
dead
we-
creature that's been dead for no more than a century and did not die of old age.
Well, I mean, we have to probably stitch the head back on.
Yeah, I would have to do some work.
so
But the spell would,
Okay.
the spell would do most of the work, but I would have to
yeah,
do the rest
I
of it.
guess, yeah, you could try
the
and grab
spell
the head.
closes all mortal wounds and restores any missing body parts.
Yeah, so if I basically stitch the head on, it will do the rest.
Well, wait, it says it restores any missing body parts. Does that include a head or?
Well, I mean, if I stitch it to it'll do the rest. Spell will basically reattach it.
Yeah, it would either the body would grow a new head, the head would grow a new body, or they would, if you put the head and the body next to each other, they would reform.
Yeah,
Okay, so we don't even need the head then.
it would. Yeah, technically, but
Let's.
so I mean, since we have it, we can.
Does that
Okay.
So the body grows a new head. So if you go back after you resurrect her, get the head and give it back to her, what does she think about that?
Yeah, let's sew the head back on, or at least like staple
Well,
it or something.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe that's something she's into. You never know.
Okay, I'm back.
It's like the one witch from the Return to Oz. She's got a collection of her own heads.
Yeah.
What?
And then she just then grabs one of them and they just fucking scream. And God, that scene fucks you up.
What?
God, 80 movies were insane.
What?
Yeah.
I never seen this movie. I don't even
Remove
know.
Return to Oz.
is
Is
a
great.
really dark movie.
Okay.
People die in it. Like they straight up die.
Yeah, that movie didn't fuck
All
up.
right.
It's a children's movie, and they are They're disintegrated. They turn into sand.
Okay.
Okay, so you said this isn't the same magic mouth.
No, you're not in the magic mouse were, like I said, on the trap doors and passages into the cellar and basement.
Mhm.
You're still up on the first floor.
Okay.
I thought it was like at the first floor, right up, where the
Yeah, but you
stairs
guys
were.
got rid of that one.
Did we?
I
thought we
think
just ignored it because it was like, I mean,
she
the
wouldn't
spell-
have been close enough to set that off still because
Oh.
it was on the trap door. She didn't get that far.
Oh, that's
So
true.
the dungeon master trying desperately to save this.
Okay.
But no.
Okay, so this is something new.
Okay, then for now she is just gonna stuff the head in her bag of holding and go back to the rest of everybody else. We'll just
So
leave.
You feel
Fire.
a ghost of cold air on you. You are chased out of the house, but you're stupid fast. So it does not chase you past the garden wall. Because there was a garden that's like a garden wall that surrounded the property. Once you're out through that gate or over the wall, it doesn't chase you any further than that. Do you look back at all?
Yeah.
There is a vaguely translucent ghost shape of a dwarf. Looks just like the head you're holding.
Are we gonna be able to bring her back if she's a ghost?
Let's speak with that and find out.
No, the answer is no.
She was okay, so she was turned undead.
Oh, is that what it is? Or she just
Yeah.
oh.
Dang. Can we still use Speak with Dead? Or
Yes, because it's kind of sort of not actually their soul. It's just the memories of their living body. It's very weird.
okay, so
Well,
if
at
we
least there's that.
rekill her, can we bring her back?
No, because you're destroying the soul.
Oh, dang.
That isn't undead. Okay, yeah, it basically says that.
This is going to be a tricky one for you guys to get around because raising people as zombies is how Solaris gets around you not raising people from the dead.
Well, then the only way to bring her back would be true resurrection because I can get that's the only way to get around that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and again, it's probably not worth that. But we'll still do Speak with Dead, so running back with the head.
Yeah. Yeah,
We'll just leave
the only way
Firewatch
to get
where he
around
is.
that is true resurrection.
Then that actually brings up the question: was it Solaris that killed this? That killed?
Well, we're talking.
She's a ghost, not a zombie, so probably not.
Yeah.
Actually,
no, she can summon lights and wraiths and stuff, so it's undead. She
What
can
about
do whatever.
like the other people in the house that were murdered?
No, they are not. Well, you can bring them back to back to life if you want.
So that might be actually to help us if we bring one back. Well, we can do let's do Speak with Dead first. We'll do Speak with Dead first, and then we'll talk to like one of the people who were murdered.
How is Blue's guess lucky? Because I'm the one who said to scout.
Lucky?
Never mind.
Who said anything about lucky guess?
You'll see at the end.
We'll do Speak with Dead first, then we'll deal with the bring back one of the people.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Did everyone
That's
just sit out there? 'Cause
true.
I don't hear anybody.
Okay, so
Hello.
Speak with Dead first.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so you're casting it on the head.
Hello?
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Wait, what happened?
What?
I don't know. He's acting like he can't hear.
I hear everyone.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear everyone.
Yeah, I think
I hear-
it's killing that seems like he can't hear us.
There we go. Okay. I don't know what happened.
All right, so just to clarify, you're casting Speak with Dead on the head.
Yeah. That doing that first, then I'm going to deal with the if we need to bring back one of the people that are murdered as well.
All right, so you cast your spell. The god enters in the head, giving a breath of life. Just
Yeah.
got your 5 questions. Go.
Well, she's probably sleeping, so it's worth a shot. Do you know your killer?
No.
All right. Do you know who would have reason to kill you?
All I can think about are the enemies to the dwarfs. My political opponents, although I doubt that killing me would be what they would stoop to, because it would be bad for their careers.
Okay, technically not really. So she would have no idea, like, any enemies that would go this far to kill her.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not really helpful there. Anyone else have? I got 3 questions. Anyone have?
She said,
I
"So the
would
number
say,
of killer
could
was
you just
despite
could you
haunting him."
describe the scene? Just what happened?
I mean, she was attacked in her sleep. She really couldn't.
No, she was awake when she
Yeah,
was
she was.
attacked.
Okay, good.
She was attacked by an
What's-
Ask
individual.
what-
her if
Yeah,
she
'cause-
saw who killed her.
Yeah, I did. That was the first question.
Well,
I
that
had.
was invisible. Well, the killer was
yeah.
invisible. It was just like
What do you last remember?
It is very confusing. I remember from when I was alive and dead. I remember signing paperwork for shipment of precious metals to Dione that we had mined out of the mines. And then the attack happened. 5 of my bodyguards went down, including 3 of the animated armors that protect the vault, before my head was removed. I remember nothing after that until I was in the house. My killer was in a panic, although I could not see him.
So it's a him. It is a him.
And I could not hear him, but I was aware he was in a panic. And I was angry, and my ghost chased him out of the house.
Oh, that's the dwarf.
Yeah,
might
here's
be-
the thing about Speak with Dead. The body doesn't know anything after the point of which it died. Even if she came back as a ghost, she should not know this.
Huh.
This is weird.
That's interesting. How does it know that? Yeah, fascinating. So, if that's no, no, because it would still be technically undead. So even if killing the ghost will not make it be able to be brought back, so that would still classify that one. Okay. Since you mentioned the vault, do you know if the vault was breached? Your vault was breached.
As far as I know, no, the vault was not breached. I seem to have been the main target.
Oh, maybe I was supposed to before you asked that question. I was like, maybe we should have put like Zone of Truth. See, this is actually her. We're not being tricked again, like with the diamond, that black diamond thing or whatever.
Oh, the black diamond's on the ship. It's nowhere near us right now. So
No, but I said like it, like we're being
The same
tricked.
kind of thing, though, because yeah, he's right. She shouldn't have known that.
okay. Well, I think those 5 questions. I don't.
No, it was
You got
only
one
4.
more.
Okay.
He's got one more, yeah.
I was trying to stop you
What
for
is
that.
the
fourth
Well,
one.
that's the problem we're at right now. It's because this is a corpse, not a creature, so I can't cast on a truth.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't count. Oh,
And you can't really inside a severed head.
Well, but if it is a demon or something like the last time, then it
You
will
know,
work.
since I have one last question, I know what to ask. Like, are you really the? What's her name again?
Copperlock.
Copperlocks was the last time. If you want,
Yeah. I'll simply ask then. Like, are you really Copperlock?
Manstrid Copperlocks.
Yeah. Are you Manstrid Copperlock?
My name is Manstrid Copperlocks. If you doubt my identity, tell a member of the mining company that before my death, the password into the vault was Tatalot.
All right. So it's really her. I don't know how she knows about the. Would that be a religion thing, or like figure out how that was able to happen?
Sure.
Arcana?
I will allow Karna as well.
Guidance myself. I figure I need a high roll.
It is going to be a high roll.
Come on, high roller. Nope,
That
not a
will be
high roll at all.
19 on the 2.
Mother, god damn.
That was a medicine, but I think it's the same stat
Oh,
regardless.
sorry. No, it's not. It is. That's much better.
Doesn't matter. Hooray.
29.
29. So, Killen, you think about this, and it's just like the spell should not work this way. It absolutely should not work this way. And if she is who she actually is claiming she be, and that password would have checked out with the dwarves, which you'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to
actually
verify
check
that one.
You'll have to get checked with them to verify that. Do you actually do that?
You want? Sure.
All right. So you do that, and the dwarves, they're not very happy that you know that. So, but the password has changed, but that was the password when she died.
Okay, so that definitely is her.
Yeah, but they've changed that password since then. So
Yeah,
no,
but like,
And the
Well,
vault
well-
itself wasn't. And we asked them, like, the vault itself wasn't breached or anything, right? It was just that wall.
The vault itself was not breached. The assailant only went as far as the vault to get to Copperlocks. Once they killed Copperlocks, they left.
And do we tell them that we only asked the question about the password to verify if
Yeah,
the
yeah,
person
They
we were
ask
talking
how you
to-
know. They ask.
Yeah,
they
I'll
definitely
tell-
ask how you know the password, but what you tell them is up to you. We got her head.
I would tell the truth here.
Yeah, like I mean, we found the severed head. We found we wanted to see if we could find the killer. Unfortunately, she was unable to, and she wanted to. She told us the password basically to confirm that she is who she said she was.
Okay, I want to point out how this looks to the dwarves. The half orc and the dragon, the half dragon, are telling them they found the head.
Well, I mean, we were nowhere in town when she died, so
That's the only thing keeping you from getting accused is that you have a lightning strong alibi.
yeah, like
Yeah. Yeah.
we were nowhere
We
near
weren't
town.
Dwarves do
town.
not like orcs.
Yeah,
And that is what makes all the connections for you, Killen.
What?
There's only one way that you can actually think of that this is working the way it is. And that is exactly these orcs in their power of belief. From what you have gathered from fighting the orcs is that the reason why their tech actually works and not for anybody else is because the orcs believe it works.
Now, if only we could make that work.
The only thing you can have thought of is that the reason why there would be both a ghost and being able to have this head be aware of this stuff is that the orcs believe it would work that way.
So
Or at least one orc that has a very strong belief. And then another thing clicks for you is that rumors are still being circulated that mansion is haunted. If an orc is in this area and hears those rumors and believes it, it is now haunted, which it is.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we got to put. There's an orc around here. That haunted house, and now it's actually haunted.
So we are fighting. We were right. It was an orc involved early. Wow.
Yeah, like he's the old. But now that confirms that there are in fact two killers. There's the orcs who went through and did this with the dwarf, and then there's the killer of the other guy. The guy. He's been playing. That person was planning that for a while, and this happened around the same time. I think that maybe they took the opportunity to maybe disguise it as a loyalist kill.
Yeah, and now I'm just thinking, like, why on earth would why on earth would an orc just want to kill, just a fucking politician?
Well, no, it's not just a politician. It's a dwarf. Their belief of hating dwarves. We are dealing with an orc. There's an orc somewhere here in Saltmarsh that has very strong beliefs. It's starting to add up now with the dead of the dwarf and the killing of the going through this entire mansion to kill the dwarf. The haunted mansion that's now actually haunted. Maybe could potentially have something to do with the lizard folk disappearing. Belief that the lizard folk have disappeared, maybe. So we have to track down this orc and kill him.
Yeah, I don't think that those folk are actually disappearing. That was.
Well,
I
we
think that was
don't know
the
yet. We
something.
haven't encountered them yet. We have
Well,
to.
no, I think that was bullshit with the what.
Yeah, what Avery said. Yeah,
because
but still, like, there's an orc somewhere in this town. There's a plant orc somewhere in this town. We got to take care of.
Potentially a purple orc who is invisible
I was
simply
gonna
because he
say,
believes he's invisible.
Oh, that's
You've
that
never
too.
seen a purple
Oh
orc.
yeah, that too. Oh my goodness.
Well, Jason would be able to find him.
He would.
Are you
Not if,
sure?
no, not if the dwarf doesn't believe he can be that Jason can
Not
see
if
him.
the
That
orc
is clever.
believes he can't.
Interesting.
But the real question
you-
is, because there are a lot of dwarves, he went after a really, really specific dwarf. He's the
Maybe
sneaky
because he's
one,
the
not
most-
a clever one. So why?
These orcs, yeah, why? These orcs are
There's-
really, really
the-
stupid.
This dwarf is the leader of this. Is seen as the leader.
Yeah, it's like it's power and
Yeah,
influence.
but
We still technically have a second killer. I think is what Blue's getting at. We still got a second.
Yeah, there is
killer.
definitely a
he
second
definitely
killer
still has
now.
a second killer. No, the other thing I'm getting at is, I mean, did somebody make a deal with the orcs and point them in the right direction? Because
Well, what
like,
what
are
are the
they
races,
actually smart enough for this on their own?
what are the races of the other living council members?
They're all human.
Okay, they're all
Copperlux
here.
was the only
only
non-human
dwarf,
on the
okay.
council.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
Are
then.
there any other notable dwarves in this town that we know of?
There would be. There are two dwarven blacksmiths, named Jasker and Malfura.
I think we should check in on those two, see if they're okay. It could just be a thing going over the most powerful dwarf, or just going after every dwarf. We need to double check. And the main thing is he's going to be trying to figure out how we can locate this creature. If this orc, if he cannot be seen because he believes he's truly invisible.
Well, maybe we can. He still has to leave footprints, right? Even though he's invisible, he still has to leave footprints. Maybe we can follow his footprints from where he left
Maybe
the
he's
house.
not that smart, and he didn't think of that. Maybe potentially.
Let's hope he didn't, but I wouldn't put it past him. I mean, they're stupid,
I mean,
but
at the end of the day, he's still stupid, but but his beliefs are still pretty strong. So, I mean, to lead to the haunted house actually being haunted now, and him being an invisible thing.
It's fucking stupid.
Yes.
Wait until you actually meet the orc. It's gonna be great.
Oh God.
oh no!
Oh man.
What am I saying? Oh yes!
I mean, how tall is the shortest dwarf? Like, or no, how tall is the tallest dwarf?
How tall is the tallest dwarf? Probably a little over 4 feet tall.
4'10"? Is that believable for a dwarf?
I think that might be a little on the tall side, but we're gonna go with yes.
Okay, especially in the case of an orc, right?
I mean, I
Uh,
guess we could just feed him a bunch of giant's toe. That'll change that real quick.
They
Well, I was
did.
saying we.
Real quick, I want to point out something researcher Rodriguez said in the chat is that the orc's power of belief works because in sheer number, the more of them there are.
So the fact that this guy's doing it solo, it should not be possible then, right?
If we're gonna
Okay, we're just gonna
Okay,
hand wave that.
yeah,
In this particular homebrew, one orc can do it.
we're playing D. I have Warhammer
Gotcha.
orcs.
All right, good. Noted.
They're
Got
not
it.
even like as strong as actual Warhammer orcs. So
Thank
because I
God.
don't want to actually just curb stomp you guys into the ground. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So, do we want to do disguise self, disguise me as a dwarf, and spread a bunch of rumors at this party about how rich and powerful I am? New leader dwarf.
sure, why not? And then we can also
Just
check in on those
bring
two
it to
dwarves,
us.
the two dwarf blacksmiths, just to make sure
Yeah.
they're
I
okay.
Yeah, do that as well. Do we?
Oh, Jason, we're gonna throw your party. We're gonna throw a dwarves only party.
We're gonna do it.
Like non-dwarf here, it's just gonna be Jason.
Oh my goodness.
Now here's
do
the thing:
we-
Jason
that's
is a
about-
privateer for the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can start with a loyalist party.
Yeah, that works too. I mean, just as long as all the dwarves are in one place and we can, yeah. We're just trying to bait him out, basically, because we're
Yeah.
never gonna find him otherwise.
Yeah, this is how I guess, and then I also for time wise, we have time to do it. I know it's almost 11.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So we are just gonna speed run this a little bit because it is almost 11, as you said, and we're probably gonna just wrap up here in about 15 minutes at most.
Oh boy.
Where exactly do you hold this party? And you're inviting every dwarf.
Well, we can't use the original location that we thought of.
No ghost party.
No.
What if what
Like,
Could just be
what
ghost themed.
no, I was
It'll
like,
be a ghost. Well, I don't think the ghost will
Uh,
like us being there. So what? And I don't think the orc will go there because he's haunted. So what about one of the? Could we rent
There's
out
a
one of the?
great big open field right outside the Kingfisher River.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, like maybe one of the big farmhouses, or like something along those lines, out in the middle of an open field.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We could make it a barbecue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Bring your own potluck.
How do I gain like flashbacks to like Scooby Doo and the Creep Monster or whatever?
Jason, you can have your dinner party 2.0.
2.0. I'll invite everyone.
It's just true.
Except it'll be like 1.5, I think, because I can't create as many shenanigans with lining up everyone as I did with the original party.
And Avern will just start drugging everything.
Truck all the time. Get them all high on the good shit.
All right.
But this is how like Scooby Doo the Creep Monster thing
Yeah,
worked
the
out. They had a
question
party
is-
at the field in a barn, and then the Creep Monster showed up. Or Creeper.
Well, if he's
That's
just invisible, I guess my blind sense should still technically work, right?
As long as he's next to you.
So here's how this is going to run because I'm going to tell you guys how this works. Jason will not be able to see him because it's not an illusion.
Yeah.
He's actually invisible because of his belief.
Because
Yeah.
he just believes
Yeah.
it, right?
Avern has a blind sense, so she is aware of blind and hidden creatures around her within 10 feet. So Avern is going to be the only person who can find this fucker. And here's another thing, because of Orc Power beliefs, blue is lucky. Avern wears a shit ton of blue. Look at her whole costume. She's dressed as this bluish gray shark. She's going to see everything. She's going to find this guy real easy.
So, because she's dressed as a shark, she's going to have shark senses.
She's going to have shark sense.
I want to hire a violinist here too for some reason. Oh wait, the dwarf I want to care for. What music would dwarves want?
Bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
Yes.
All right.
Will artists start a bonfire?
Yeah.
Does
Great
the
big-
musician know any bagpipe music?
No, I only play the violin. I don't have any. I have a violin, or was it? What do
I
I
was
have?
asking our musician buddy. Musician.
Oh, yeah, the Skelly. I thought Skelly died.
Oh right, yeah, he obliterated.
Wait, did he?
Wait, what?
No. When did
When did
Skelly
he
die?
die?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'm like, wait, did he? I don't
No,
remember
he's
I
him.
don't think
Fine.
so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he was just on our ship being a skeleton, playing his lute
Oh, I
or
don't have
whatever
a
it was.
violin. I have
Right,
a viol.
he plays xylophone on his ribs.
We
Oh,
we
yeah.
can create a band. We need to get someone with the bagpipes. I got a viola or viol, whatever.
There's
And then,
people who can play bagpipes in town. It's just
Oh, okay.
drums
Well-
and bagpipes, war songs. Bunch of dwarves show up. It's a ruckus party. Dwarves know how to party.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
Drinking is happening all over the place. It's just casks are being busted open. How much gold do you sink into this sudden party?
Let's see. Probably a decent amount, I would imagine, just to make it believable and also to keep the dwarves happy and on our side. How much would you think we would? Because I was thinking probably like at least. How much do I go? Would 950 be good?
950 gold.
Is that too much?
It's
I
like
don't
a
have-
small kingdom.
All right. What about okay? So 250.
I'm going to tell you this right now. A gold piece is worth about 200 USD.
Right. Okay.
Make that silver pieces instead.
What about 150?
It is a great party.
Okay. As long as
Yeah.
it's a great
You're
party,
throwing
so
like a
150.
Gatsby level shindig.
Mhm.
To be done in one night. It's 950 gold. I mean, like, you probably might just crown yourself king of town, king of Saltmarsh at that point.
Right.
So your party is so ridiculous is that almost the entire town will show up to that, completely snuffing out Glenwater's feast.
I'm so sorry. That is not my intention, Primwater. I am so sorry.
What are you talking about? He doesn't like you.
Well, he doesn't-
He's a traditionalist. You're a dwarf privateer. You're a loyalist by nature.
I don't like snuffing other people's parties.
Well, not by nature, by association.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll still issue an apology after this is all said
It
and done.
doesn't matter that you didn't intend for that to happen. He's still going to perceive it as a slight.
Well, we'll still send an apology.
It's not going to help.
Averin
Oh,
will
no,
intercept it and tear it up.
Solmore shows up to the party. He's still dressed in that macaroni style, with the ridiculous wig, with the small hat and the tight prim, proper suits and everything. Immediately starts hitting on Averin and Arda. Just in that drunken fashion he can drink with dwarves type. He's gonna not be able to do any of his councilman duties in the morning.
If only there was a sobriety spell.
It is. It's called Cure Poison.
Oh.
And during the middle of all this, Averin, where exactly do you put yourself in this party?
She'd probably kind of tail around the most important dwarves.
All right. Jason, where do you put yourself in this party?
Probably the center of attention, aren't I? Everyone wants to shake hands, so I'll probably be greeting everyone at the door, though. Like, that's how they usually go. It's like,
Or
hey, how
towards
you
the front
doing?
entrance of this where the party's being held because it's an outside event.
Yeah, so just going around, probably just greeting. Usually, probably near the wherever the front is of this makeshift outside farm party.
All right. So this is going to go great. This is going to be great.
Oh God.
Oh wow.
Ugh.
This is gonna go in one of 5 ways.
We're glad we're enjoying this, Grungles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome, Grungles. This is great. I'm having to set something up here real quick.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And this is only one part of the murder mystery too, so that's going to be even
Like and
interesting.
subscribe
Yes, please.
for more pirate adventures.
And like
Oh,
and subscribe.
heck,
I do a
server.
lot of live streaming of stupid stuff like this. It's pretty much just all damn day.
Follow Hex Harper on Twitch as well, or Amishman on Twitch as well. He calls things.
Oh,
Don't follow me. I don't got anything. I got Diddley Squad. You don't have to worry about that.
You have a sparkling personality.
Oh, thank you.
He's everyone's favorite moderator.
Yeah,
All right.
I've been failing at that job, I think.
You are taken by surprise when something puts an axe in you. Jason.
Wow.
Here, hold this.
That's legit.
We're about to find out.
Oh boy.
I mean, this person realizes how dead he is, right? You know, he,
No,
Oh,
he doesn't. What if he doesn't believe he's dead? What if he believes he's immortal? How does that work?
Ooh. Okay,
Oh my
okay.
god, please don't
Okay.
do
Don't try to convince him of that.
I'm not going to.
All right, with advantage because he's invisible. He scores a 25 to hit.
Ouchie.
You take 2d6 plus 6 slashing from the initial attack plus 12d6 poison damage.
Oh dang.
Well, it's
As he
fine. I
puts
can't.
this inside you, and you just feel the sudden gutting. It's just, oh.
That's not the drinks, guys. I think he's here. I think he's here.
Your party was so over the top, the orc changed his target to you. There is no map for this. We're just running by word of mouth. Arda, you're the first one to see Jason get stabbed and react. How do you? He is surrounded by dwarves, by the way, and you can't see the attacker.
Oh, I've got this
Okay.
one. I got this.
She got the
She
spell.
okay, Arda. She's got
You've
let
got
me-
careful spell, so
I do.
if nothing else, you would burn them less.
Oh, I forgot to do extra damage to you. I forget this guy has sneak attack.
Oh, of course he does.
Oh,
That's fine.
freaking
So you take another additional 22, Jason.
Oh God!
That's okay.
where
how
is
sneak
that?
attack works.
Okay.
Oh, you already got that on me. Cool.
Yeah, I just slapped it on
I
you.
have. Yeah, I have the. Okay. She has refilled her dragon vessel. Let's see.
Let's not burn the other dwarfs, please.
No, you go ahead and throw fireballs all throughout this crowd.
No, let's not.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Right,
Crowd
cool.
control.
He's going to
Control.
fly over.
Too many
and-
people at this party.
She's going to make you drink a potion of superior healing.
Oh, all right.
And then wait, no, that's an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was the superior healing then? Or if you're still doing that, I don't know if you are.
Superior healing, I believe, is 4d4 plus 4. No, that's greater. Superior healing is 64 plus 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
64 plus 6. Dang. All right. I need 5. How do I make it 6?
It's
Right
D4,
click.
right?
Just pick up the d4 and
Right click it a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right click.
there you go.
I thought I did
16. You
6,
healed
or- oh, there you
16 plus 6.
No, that's
Plus-
20. That's
Yep.
20 because that was without the plus 4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's 22 because it's plus 6.
Okay, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Jason.
I'm back down to where I was at the start of it before the extras to get back. That's funny. I assume
Why
the
is everybody still got that goddamn bless on them?
it should
And
have
I'm
been all-
unconscious and paralyzed still.
What the hell?
Odd.
That is very odd.
Before I start rolling.
I'll get it off you. There you go.
All right. So I assume the weapon's still inside me, so I could probably gauge as to where.
You have disadvantage on the attacks.
Okay. Well, even with the weapon being inside me, I can grab it and sort of figure out where he's at. like,
Yeah,
from
but
the
you have
angle.
disadvantage on the attack because he's invisible.
All right. So, okay, grabbing that weapon. See if I can hit him. Disadvantage. And restraint. Hold on. I gotta move my things around so I can actually roll it on him. Disadvantage.
That's a miss.
With a 20, dang. 20's a miss. Shit.
Let's go on. Hold on, wait, no, that's not right. Why is his armor class 46?
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Excuse you.
Excuse you.
I obviously have made a mistake when making this character sheet. Hold on. 20 is going to be a hit. I was like, I remember making it high, but not that high. No,
I was
roll
expecting
damage.
something like 19.
Okay.
18 or 19, not. God.
All right. Damage, yeah. All right, so damage. We'll do damage first on him. Phew, of course, minimum damage, as is the style of Jason
course.
Lowe. But what makes Jason good is his stupid key attacks. So let's see if I can
Yeah.
do that.
You failed.
Yay!
What's his constitution so low? What the fuck is going on with his character sheet?
What's his con?
For some reason it's 14. His con should be 18. Not that he would have passed, but
No, definitely not.
Well,
there we go.
All
That's
right.
better.
Not with that number.
Then his will saves are like 89.
This work is super powerful.
With disadvantage, roll it again. For some reason you're getting both advantage and disadvantage.
Oh, that was
He's
with
stunned.
Oh, right, he's stunned,
What?
so it cancels each other out. Never mind. He's stunned. You stunned him, so you do hit.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Um,
cool. I was about to say, I'm like, I thought I hit disadvantage. Shit. All right. And then
Also,
extra attacks. Let's look at the regular.
remember to heal yourself 22.
He already
From-
did.
He did
From
already?
minimum
Okay,
to
good.
max, take that.
Minimum to max. You got to set him up to take him down.
Yep.
Yeah. Then I'll do.
Research Rodriguez is making fun of me because I can't math. Shut up. I think Research Rodriguez is a mod. I should take his mod seriously.
Oh no. And then I did. Shit, I hit it. Fuck.
It's
I'll
fine.
I'll re-roll that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just keep going.
Okay.
We're over time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
1 point. Take that. Smack. Can't kill Jason. Did you see that attack? Did nothing to me. Orc. Nothing.
Nothing.
If I
Ah,
could
that
hit you,
hurts
I'm
so
immortal.
much.
It's just making it through the pain.
All right, Averin.
Okay, so she zips over. Zoop.
We lost Neff.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully she comes back soon.
Yeah. In the meantime,
Is
murder-
now that I'm close, is he within 5 feet of Jason?
Yes. I mean, like he just put an axe inside Jason.
I did say hold on the axe. I don't think you could probably wrench it away from me though. If I didn't try to, like,
Probably
keep it there.
easily if he wasn't stunned. Oh, there's Neff.
Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
Yeah, I was more to just
Welcome back.
figure out where he was rather than keep the axe in me. I'd rather not
Oh,
keep it
I
in
still
me.
have bless.
You hit with the bless without the bless anyway.
Okay.
And don't forget to hit that disadvantage as well, because it pretty much just makes it a regular attack.
It'll be fine.
Well, I shouldn't have the disadvantage because I know where he's at, right?
Yeah, you can't see him, but you're very much aware of him on like
Right.
a deeper fundamental level.
Well, I can hear
Also,
him
it's getting
basically,
late,
right?
and I want to wrap up.
Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
Sneak attack and blue flame blade. There we go. Okay.
Fuck him up.
And that is
Oh.
he's still alive.
Oh, yeah.
Still alive.
No, what about your the spring thing or whatever? That does extra
That's
damage
to
with it?
another target.
Oh, another target. Shit.
I guess technically I could try to poke him with a dagger.
You could.
Good. Okay. Should I? Yeah.
Lightning
I'll do
dagger.
that. Is that set to offhand? Yeah, okay. Well, I've got a +3 dagger too, so.
You hit.
Mm-hmm.
I did hit. Okay.
And you killed him.
Yay!
Poke.
You had 1 hit point left.
Oh my god.
The poke was enough. Does he believe he's dead though?
Yes, he does believe
Does he
he is
believe
dead.
he's dead?
We're invincible. We can't be beat. We can't die.
But that really hurt.
That really hurt. Jeff is missing half his arm.
It'll be like the Monty Pythons. Like, your arms are gone. No, they ain't. What's that?
It's just a flesh wound.
All right, we'll call it a draw. So you have defeated him. He falls over dead, and now because he is dead and therefore not believing, you can see him perfectly fine. He is purple.
Yep, he's purple.
Because purple orcs are the stealthy orcs. Because have you ever seen a purple orc? Also, because he's dead, there's no one to believe that that house is haunted anymore, so it's no longer haunted.
Oh, snap.
Arda is gonna set him on fire.
That's a good answer.
So maybe we can bring her back then if it's not haunted.
Yeah, we can do that now.
Before you set him on fire, there is a glyph in his forehead.
Arcana, I guess, as soon as I get over there.
All right, so we're just going to say you roll the Arcana because it's time to wrap up.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it, it is the draconic mark for control. Someone was mind controlling this orc.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so it is definitely the same person then.
Do you have everything you need, Elias? If you do, then I'd like to get rid of this fungus.
You're going to have to do a massive cleaning because he's been all up and down Salt Marsh.
Yeah, but I would at least make a note or something of what the glyph looks like for evidence purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll write down the glyph. We'll tell every political figure, hey, this thing has been around and it's fungus, so please just controlled burn whatever you find.
And I assume next week we'll try and figure out who the murderer is or who's controlling them and bring back
town.
Fumigate the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that'll all be next week, right?
It's all going to be next week.
All right, the memes, right?
And time for stream memes.
Stream memes. Woohoo. Maybe.
Let's invite. Hold on. I'm trying to learn how technology works. Thank you, Nev.
You're welcome.
Who are you people?
Looking at my notes, yeah. No, why are you looking at my actual workstation? No.
So how my notes are literally organized like that. Are just made up. So.
Actually, that's how actually not my notes. That's more my bills.
Elias Crane, the Spider-Man look in the Pirate Crows game.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember what that was in context to.
That was when you say like
in the ceiling.
Yeah, well, yeah, the charisma, like, oh yeah, like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
When we're trying to convince the one teaching that we're who we are.
Yeah.
And making fun of the familiar.
Yep. Because I asked for this.
Oh yeah, there's some great moments throughout this entire campaign. It's definitely the longest one that I've ever been in, and a bunch of other people as well. It's like you're gonna be at it for a while, so definitely enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes, there is Grungle's backlog. There is a playlist for all of the streams, including this series here. I think I might need to update this one because I think I'm missing a couple. But the more recent ones, we'll get through it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy going back.
the stark reality when you realize puppy eyes don't always work.
No, they don't.
That is a
No,
damnable lie.
unfortunately.
That is
And
damn
this
right.
is what I was reacting to earlier.
Dr. Crow trying to save his plans thanks to Blue's lucky guess.
I was the one that directed Blue to do that.
To the house? I thought that was Jason.
No, that was me. I'm the one
Oh.
who said that.
I thought it was Amish.
No.
I was asleep by then.
I suggested that we check the mansion before moving him to see if anyone's
okay.
there.
Yeah, I was just saying. I think it was Jason that suggested.
Also,
we
researcher,
use
I
the
guess, why
mansion
you
at all?
wasn't ready for that? I was hoping they would go there. That's why I handle that stuff there.
No, you're fine, researcher.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
You research. Your memes are great. Just so you know,
Blackjack.
we always appreciate them. I know we've said it before, but we need to say it again. They are
Yes,
awesome.
like you are a huge contribution to this entire thing.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you.
I mean,
We
you're the one guy who
really
shows
do.
up to everyone. So,
Blue today.
Neff, you're skipping memes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. We're talking to Research Rodriguez, and you're just popping them up and then bringing them back down.
It's okay. It's okay.
I am leaving them up for a bit.
Yes,
about
she
a
was.
minute.
She was. I'll say that much.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it, researcher.
It's all right, Researcher. With blackjack and hookers, what was that in context to?
Well,
Well,
we're making our own party with black.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
On our way to solve another mystery, and you did. At least after
Yep.
this one.
Yeah.
Blue today.
Avern's shark senses activate.
And this one.
Got the invisible predator.
Yep.
All right, we call it a draw. This is a legendary scene. All right, that's going to do it from us today. You know what? I think it should be working now. I've tried to make the Discord public again. For some reason, I forget what I did to make it private, but it should be public again.
Yeah, I thought you privated it for this, like, because of just a bunch of weird stuff was happening.
Yeah, there was a lot of like weird bots joining for a brief bit there. And then I was like thinking like I was going to make it like a coffee donation thing, but I never went through with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm still trying to get a large enough audience to justify that. I'll have the Discord public by next week. But that's going to do it from us tonight. There probably won't be a Sunday stream. Next week is going to be a bit touch and go because it's Thanksgiving. Probably won't be available Thursday. I might try to do something Friday. We should be having our game normal Saturday unless something comes up. Pray for Amish. He has to work Black Friday.
Oh God.
Absolutely. Also, happy
Good luck,
birthday
man.
to Neff
Nice
tomorrow.
knowing you.
Yep, and happy birthday tomorrow to
Happy birthday,
Neff.
Neff.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys.
To our favorite pyromaniac.
Yep. Remember, bless thy Neff, and what would Arda do?
Blessed be thy
Yeah.
Neff.
Blessed be thy Neff. But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for coming. Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you to the players. You're always the best players. But I'm
thank
Dr.
you.
Crow. I pirated a book once. And it's my goal to make you go, arg.
Yeah.
Arrgh.
Kill Ed.
Or
Yeah.
Yay. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome weekend.
Yep. We'll see you all
Good
next
night,
week.
all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.